So, when we last left off, you all had captured some thugs who were planning to hold the town's water ransom. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hold it handsome.
I mean, it is some good-looking water.
Now that you look at the lead thug, he is just really good-looking, actually. Anyway.
He's a tall glass of water.
And working together, you managed to shift the statue that was blocking the water so that it turned and a less thick part of it was blocking the path, causing the flow to restart. It's probably not going as fast as it was before, but hopefully after a couple days of it actually flowing, more of the debris will shift and, yeah. It should be good, but someone with actual construction tools should go up there sometime if they want it to go back to completely normal.
Yeah.
That said, we ended the session with Saati watching over the thugs and them starting to come awake.
Yeah, I was making sure that they didn't wake up, but then it seemed like people wanted them to wake up, so I've decided not to bite them this time.
Good job, Saati.
Thank you.
And I think that about covers what was happening at the very end of last session. Lynne still hadn't returned, obviously. So she's not there right now. But the rest of you are.
Let's also remember, we have a signed confession.
I'm just gonna, poke our prisoners continually while they're waking up.
One of them is, definitely starting to shift around. It's the one that you bit at the very end.
Ah, yes.
Who just sort of fainted the moment you did, rather than the one that you chewed on for long enough to cause substantial blood loss.
I don't know the difference yet. I poke him in the wound.
Oh, God. Alright. Well, he's stirring.
Is it squishy?
Yeah. It's squishy.
Is anybody watching Saati do this?
I don't know.
Probably all of you.
Saati, what are you doing? Saati, stop! You don't put your hands in wounds like that.
But he's not awake yet.
Yeah, but your hands are filthy. It'll get infected. It'll make it more possible for him to die.
I look at my hand. They are.
I mean, no more or less dirty than mine are, but, Which, sidebar, I just got done moving a giant statue in the dirt, so... Maybe you should have thought that one through.
I look at my hand, I look around briefly, and I get the sword.
Oh, God.
Start poking him with that.
No. Saati, we need to bring them back to town.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake him up.
Well, we don't have to poke them to do that, especially with a sword.
Well, you just told me not to use my hand.
Well, you don't have to use anything. They'll wake up on their own.
But you wash your hands first in the water, Saati. Then you can poke them.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it.
The water will make them not infectious?
Yeah, they'll be clean.
Yes. Yeah, it's fine. Just make sure to scrub them really well.
Yes.
And how about you just put down that sword real quick?
Saati, do you know how to wash your hands?
Yeah, I say, running over to the water.
I watch carefully.
There's a lot of splashing.
That seems like she's got the basics of it.
By splashing, I mean, I am literally just clapping the water.
Oh. Morgana sits down. Any of you want to take this one?
No. What do you think we should do about these guys?
Drag them back to town.
Alright, I come back drenched.
Good job, Saati.
Of course you are.
Thank you.
You know, I'll give you, like 10 points for effort.
What are they for?
You're doing a good job.
So I can use them to do a good job?
Yes.
Okay. How many good points do I have?
You have 10.
10? I'm gonna write it down.
10.
Oh my god, Saati has 10 good girl points.
10 good girl points.
Oh my god.
This part is going to work entirely on good girl and good boy points.
I drink water on them and see if that wakes them up.
No, that's perfect. That works.
Make a roll. Alright.
Why not? How good a water dripper are you?
Wait,
I'm the
wasn't
best.
one
Is
of them
that
already
20?
Oh my god, it's the Chinese water torture.
Wasn't one of them already waking up? So were you actually just waterboarding them?
He was stirring, but he shoots awake when Saati drips freezing cold ice water up his nose. Whoa! Oh shit!
I grin. He's awake.
Good job,
Get your
Saati.
monster away from me!
Oh,
I look
we
around
probably
for the
should have had
monster.
her. Probably should have had Morgana clean her face, huh? Because she's probably still got blood all up in her teeth.
No, it's a good
What
thing. We
have you
need to stay
been
scared.
What?
Hi there.
What do you want?
That's how you're starting.
No.
Well, we already got what we want.
I think we're just gonna take them back to the village and hand them over to the authorities. What do you say?
Sounds like a good plan.
All
We're
right,
taking you to the
great.
authorities. I parrot.
The authorities for what? We came up to fix a problem.
Yeah, me too.
And we have a signed confession of how you were planning on extorting the town to solve that problem. It goes into the scroll case.
He shuts his mouth real fast.
All right,
We're
so
gonna smile.
I'm
It's the
gonna
same
do all.
The other guy is not waking.
How
There were
pale
three
is
guys,
he?
right?
Oh yeah, there were 3 guys.
There's the one that got, clobbered immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty down for the count, too.
Oh, he's still asleep.
You got a critical hit on the back of his skull as a surprise attack. Yeah, he's gonna be out for a while.
Saati, can you get some more water and just fling it on that guy right there?
I just shake one of my gauntlets over him.
Splosh.
Disgusting river water mixed with, rotted leaves pours on his face.
Yeah.
Nah, he's gone. He's out.
Oh. Uh-oh.
You can just carry them.
Okay. Well, since I knocked that one out, I'll make sure he gets there safe. Should
Well, I
we
knocked
all...
that one out. I try to drag him.
Come on your feet. I did, just to confirm, I did declare last time that I tied them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're all tied up, even the 2 that are unconscious.
Good.
Okay, Muddle will throw one of the unconscious ones on his shoulder. I'm sure the feet will be dragging on the ground.
Are these
But-
Fae?
Yeah.
Okay, then this is easy. For
Oh,
me.
they're Fae. Okay, then that's good. Yeah, that'll work out.
Yeah. I mean, they're your size, Muddle.
Yay.
But
This'll
it
work.
is definitely easier for Saati, who is maybe carrying them without the spiky armor doing damage.
I'm just holding him by a foot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
God.
All right.
Saati, maybe we get his head up off the ground. We don't want them to die.
I'm not dragging him. I've
Oh,
got
okay,
him held
good.
up.
Okay, good. Just
He like
Just
dangles
make sure you-
like a fish. You know?
Oh.
Just make sure you're not holding him like that when we get to town.
Why not?
It doesn't look good to hold people like that.
I look at
Should we
him,
make
very curious. Does it look better like this? I pick him up by the ropes.
Actually, no, that's slightly better, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I think it has a better grip for you, too.
I shake him a little. I guess.
Wait, is it his foot ropes or his hand ropes?
It's just the ropes that he's tied up in. I don't know how he's tied. I'm just grabbing the ropes and shaking this poor man.
The awake guy
Maybe-
turns a shade paler.
Maybe just grab him by his hand rope. If he
Or
has
his
one.
waist.
Grab him by his arm and drag him.
No, maybe just wrap your arm around his waist and hold him like that.
Saati looks very confused. She tries putting him under her arm and then also holding his arm ropes.
Okay, look, no, okay. Just do what Morgana says.
It's a little bit like a stress position.
I turn to the one that's conscious and I say, I am so sorry for how we're treating your friends.
Is this right? It is not right.
Sweetie, no, here, let me just... And Morgana walks up and, like, puts him in the right position while Sati's holding him. There we go.
Why is this one better?
It's more supportive. He's held up better. It's not like he's gonna get hurt.
It's not? Oh.
Well,
Oh, he'll get hurt just later.
yeah,
No.
just not right now.
Oh! You're saving it. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Him. This is a person. We
If
don't
you
call
say so.
we don't call people it.
Well, I will carry him like this all the way back. She looks
Yes.
Perfect.
okay.
You'll get to
I
punch
can
him
do
some
it.
more later. If he wakes up, just punch him in the head and knock him
No, Muddle, shh. No. Don't listen to Muddle. Don't punch him if he wakes up. If he wakes up, make him walk.
Oh my god.
Muddle has good ideas.
Also, I can't wait
Save the
for
punches
Saati
for
to
the
lift
fight.
up a fish or something and be like, I caught him. Wink.
Puts him in the proper carrying position.
Oh my god.
Alright, are we ready?
Let's start going back.
We start going back.
Alright, you start going back. The one that's walking is clearly looking for a time to bolt, but
I'm gonna watch him like I'm excited, waiting for the chase.
gonna give him a roll to notice that.
I'm just like bouncing on my heels because I can see him being all furtive.
Saati knows prey when she sees it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god. You know, can you just give me a d20? Because this isn't working.
Yeah. Would you like one of the cool metal ones?
I would love one of the cool metal ones. Oh wow, it might be too loud, actually. Let's find out.
That's Gina's problem.
Yeah,
That
I
is
can see
Gina's
the
problem.
recording.
Ooh, that one's my favorite one. I'll use that one.
2.
2. All right.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh no.
At one point during the during the midsection of the walk, he makes a bolt for it. He sees an opportunity to duck into the woods, and he tries.
I immediately run after him, like, almost dropping to all fours to make sure that I can chase him effectively.
Do you just drop the other guy?
I try to
Yeah.
catch the other guy.
Yeah, I, like, throw him behind me. Like a sack of potatoes.
Alright, I'm gonna give this guy a roll with disadvantage, because he is tied up.
Get him, Saati!
Advantage because I was, like, super watching for this shit.
Oh yeah, you absolutely can have one with advantage, because you were super watching for this shit. You're even a succubus? Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
So you can definitely tell the moment he decides to, as well.
Damn, that was some shitty advantage. Total
All right.
of 7. Or no, total of 4.
Yikes.
Yeah, I rolled 3 both times.
Alright. Everyone else gets a roll as well. Eilun can roll with advantage. For the same reason.
May I use
yeah.
my whip?
You absolutely
Lucky.
can use your whip.
Succubus
Roll reaction
advantage.
speed to see if you can, react in time. But yeah.
Do I have anything? I have no reaction.
Oh, and that one!
We are just the whole spread right now.
At an undisclosed location, Lynne is certain something important has happened that she could take action on.
Oh my god.
Said everyone. That's a nat 20.
Are you about to be our Deus Ex Machina?
Oh my god. Eilun,
Well,
give
Technically,
me
that would
another roll.
Another roll? Okay.
Given our plans, that could be a possible change to them. Did he just run into a magical girl in stripper armor in the forest?
Oh,
Nine.
Alright. Both Eilun and Muddle managed to catch him with relative ease.
I'm
Yeah.
scrabbling after them, but sad that I get there late.
You each
I dropped
get him
my-
by one arm and pull him back.
Okay. Eilun, will you hold on to this one so he doesn't try to bolt again?
I can hold him.
Sure.
Well, you already have one.
I shrug open-handedly.
Wait, Saati, where'd the other guy go?
He wasn't moving. I threw him behind me.
Is he still not moving, or did it wake him up?
I look.
You see a kind of bloody lump in the snow.
Oh. Okay.
He's fine.
Good job, Saati.
I grin.
Can I make sure that everything's okay and that injuries aren't getting worse? I think I have a first aid skill.
Absolutely.
I have a first aid skill.
Wait,
me
I
a
still
first
have
aid
that
roll.
one guy.
Damn it. No, the one key on my top bar on my keyboard stopped working a couple days ago.
Oh.
Sucks. Alright, you can tell that he'll probably be fine when he wakes up, but yeah, he's definitely not doing so hot.
Do I still have that guy on my shoulder, or did I drop him when I went for the other one?
You rolled high enough, you still have that guy.
Oh boy. Okay. So,
Happy hands.
How does it feel being the jock of the group?
I wasn't ready for it, but you know, it's a job I'm willing to sacrifice for.
What a Chad.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so, you pull him back with relative ease, hand him off to Eilun, who can tell if he's going to make a run for it. Yeah, the rest of the trip goes pretty easily. You find yourselves back in town, making almost as good of a pace as you did on the way up.
Alright.
It
Great.
is starting
All right.
to be dark out.
Well, let's go see Lady Eilun.
Should we take these criminals to our house, or maybe we should find the jail? Question mark. Where do we take these guys?
I'm pretty sure Gutsy can handle it.
Gutsy.
Okay.
Gusty? Gusty.
Yeah.
No, I like
Gutsy.
Some of you
Alright,
don't know
sure.
who I mean when I say Gutsy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sure. We'll take him there. I guess he can handle them.
Alright. So you're heading back to Lady Yuna's house?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait. Did Morgana already tell Eilun about the arrangement?
Yes.
She was
Yes,
so
I
did.
angry about it.
Oh. Oh yes. Okay.
For
So
all of the
Eilun.
reasons.
It's up to you whether or not you'd like to meet her now or later. We can make it more special later, but maybe she'll be happy to know that you were directly involved in saving her town.
I'm sure she'll figure that out one way or another.
I mean, luckily, if you meet her tonight, you can use the excuse of, we just beat up these 3 thugs, we're tired, kind of time to get some rest, and we can dip out early if you like.
See?
Well, where are we bringing this guy? I shake him around a little.
We
Saati, please go
conveniently
take
reach
him.
the door and I knock on it.
Alright. As you walk into the gate on the outside of the property, you get called out to by Gusty, who just seems to be stationed outside a lot of the time. Hey, welcome back. He eyes the people you have tied up and unconscious.
Hey there, Gusty, how you doing?
Muddle is gonna bow as best he can with the guy on his shoulders.
Morgana realizes this and also bows.
Can I help you?
We solved the water problem.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's fantastic news.
And these 3 were planning on extorting the town.
They were holding the water hostage, is what he meant.
We have a signed confession.
Excuse me? What
These
do you mean
3?
holding the water hostage?
There were
Yep.
rocks piled up blocking the water, and they wanted
They
to
intended
wait till you were
They intended
really
to do
thirsty.
nothing about it.
Oh,
For money, I think.
well,
The shiny things.
They asked if we
Sounds like
wanted
a
in.
lot.
Right, Saati.
I see.
I remember things.
Well then, may I see this signed confession?
Morgana pulls the contract out of her scroll tube and hands it off.
Alright. Gusty looks it over for a little.
Obviously, I had to sign my name first to get them to sign.
Yes. Of course. Well. Very well. We will take them into custody and prepare a trial. He gestures back around a corner, and 2 guards rotate around and are just right there. They take the prisoners from you.
I am very
Bye,
careful
Ravens.
to hand
Bye,
it over
Owen.
in the right position. And then I
Bye,
look over
Ronan.
for approval.
I walk over to Muddle. Should we give her good girl points for that?
She's doing her best. We'll give her some good girl points.
All right, you're in charge of good girl points.
Oh
How many
boy.
did I get?
Morgana, how many does she get?
She got 5 last time, right?
I got
No, she got
10
10
last time.
I gave her 10 last time. Is that too much this time?
No, we'll go with 5 this time.
Okay, 5 good girl points.
I
Yay!
seem to tally it up in my head. Yes. Okay.
Oh my god. As the prisoners are being hauled away, Gusty turns back to you. You'll have to see Abria over at the inn about collecting your reward. She handles all of the board requests.
Okay,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
We had a room there for tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that sounds ideal.
How late is it at this point?
It's about 6:37, somewhere in there.
Can I go buy some stuff
Absolutely.
with my ill-gotten gains?
Absolutely, you can.
Neat.
You're just gonna wander off.
Where the shops were.
Saati, let's go get paid first.
What?
We have,
Okay.
yeah, we have to get our money first before we can spend it.
I was just gonna use this sword to get it.
Oh, no. That's,
No.
no, if you use the sword, see, you're gonna lose good girl points. You can't do that.
Uh-oh.
Aww.
Yeah, you have to wait.
Model, that was genius.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Okay. I put the sword back, like, in its haphazard holding spot.
Hey, should we go see the lady of the house?
I think we should clean up a little bit first. I gesture to
boy.
myself covered in mud because I fell over more than once trying to move the statue.
Muddle realizes he is also covered in mud and forgot about it. Oops.
Saati looks at both of them, confused as to why this makes a difference.
Well, you remember how we
fine.
said you couldn't put your hands in their wounds until after you washed your hands? We have to wash ourselves before we can put ourselves in the house. Same
Isn't
general
the
thing.
river
You want to be
still dry?
clean before you do things.
I really wish I could be there for this scene so I could whine about cows getting diseases in Stupid World.
Gusty is just watching this conversation happen in his front yard.
Well, let's go then. I start walking towards the empty riverbed.
So wait, the water had to have gone faster than us.
Oh yeah, you followed the riverbed down, and by the time you got back to town, there was a bit going. It was more of a stream than a river, but, like, it is definitely flowing again.
Good. Well, Gusty, we're going to go collect our reward and then clean up, and then we will be back to speak with the lady of the house, if that's all right.
It's a bit late. You might have better luck tomorrow.
Are you sure she's gonna want to wait? And I turn my gaze to Eilun.
Eilun just scowls at you.
Well, yes, probably. She's prepared her boat. For all of you. You're all welcome to come along.
Oh, wonderful. We will. What time tomorrow then?
Early morning would be ideal.
Sounds perfect. Thanks so much, Gusty.
Absolutely. I'll see you at around 9 a.m.
Sounds good. Does anybody have a clock?
A what?
A device that tells time? No. I mean,
Just hearing this,
what-
he says, the innkeeper should know.
Wonderful.
Great.
Have a good day, Gusty.
He gives you a bow and seems happy you're leaving.
No.
Muddle bows and make sure to nudge the others around him.
Ooh, right. Bow.
Why do you
All
keep doing
right,
that?
well, it's how you get good girl points. It's bowing when you meet someone and when you are about to leave.
I didn't see anybody get good girl points.
Oh, we're just keeping our tallies. Do you want girl points? You have to bow.
I do a tentative bow and, look around suspiciously.
Look, good girl points all around. How many is that? 2?
2 good girl points for bowing.
Yes.
That's easy! I
Only do it when
proceed to
you
bow
meet
to
new
everyone in a
people.
line and just start writing in my head the
Oh
number.
my god.
Let's see. That's Eilun. That's Morgana. That's Muddle. Guy at the gate. That's a solid 8 good girl points.
Right, you got 8 good girl points. Congratulations. You're beating us all.
Oh my god. Okay.
Power gaming this shit.
God.
I figured out a
Good girl
loophole in the
points
system.
obtained.
Da-da-da-da.
But what's the good girl points to EXP conversion ratio?
Oh no, I'm certain I'll have a reason to use these. I was told that I could use them to do a good job.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
This can't backfire.
Of course.
Oh, no.
Ain't that far ahead. We're just going with it for now because it's easiest to get Saati to do the right thing.
We're already past bribery with food, now we're on to bribery with fiat currency.
Yep. You gotta do what you gotta do with newborn succubi.
Alright. Y'all are heading to the inn?
Yes'm.
Alright. When you enter the inn,
Boy.
the first thing you all see is Lynne. The second thing you all see is that she is leaning halfway over the bar, arguing with the innkeeper, with a steaming bowl of soup handed to her and a blanket wrapped around her shoulders.
Lynne!
Oh yeah! Where did you go?
Well, there was a huge crash in the middle of the night, and I thought the thing might have come loose and be attacking the world. And so I went to investigate for honor and glory and righteousness, and then there was just this statue that fell into a river and got in the way of stuff. And I was going to came back to camp to tell you, and you weren't there.
Oh, wow!
Lynne just sort of looks downcast and defeated at the ground. And I was trying to borrow a horse and cart to move the statue that we could then sell to the town. But the innkeeper wouldn't let me unless I ate a lot of soup. I don't know why.
The
You're
innkeeper
used
looks
to stupid world. You were born here. Is soup some sort of currency for horses and wagons?
No, sweetie, no, you're...
Oh boy.
You just... When was the last time you ate? Like before the soup.
Lunch?
The innkeeper, inserts herself into this conversation. Are you her friends?
Yes,
Oh,
we
boy.
are.
Oh boy.
Oh, thank goodness. The poor thing must be mad from the cold. She keeps spouting absolute
I'm not
nonsense.
cold.
and just-
I'm protected by righteous glory.
Yes, yes. You really shouldn't let her go out with almost no clothes. It's snowing.
She wandered
into the
off.
town.
And we were looking for her when we came across the river issue. Thank you for taking care of her, and Muddle bows.
Oh, you're very welcome, she bows back. The soup and blanket are on the house. I'm just glad she's okay. Though she seems a little, touched by the experience.
The snow cannot possibly harm me through the protection of the sun.
It's okay. We'll handle her. Don't worry.
Seems like it's been a little hard on her.
Maybe take the baby out.
Why don't we just get her up to one of our rooms?
Yeah.
Why isn't anyone listening to me?
Muddle, you take care of the innkeeper. I help her up to a room.
Okay. Did we even get a room key or anything?
No, as you go, the innkeeper tells you, a second room on the left.
Thank you!
The one across it is for you, your party as well. Assuming you were successful?
Yes. The water is starting to slowly trickle out now, so...
that's a relief. Come down once you're done taking care of your friend, and we'll take care of payment.
But if we bring them the statue, they'll never worry about water again. It ran for thousands of years.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
We moved the statue to provide the town with water through the river. It's already happening.
But we're not getting paid for it.
Yes, we are. We're getting 200. We got paid
300.
to free the waterway. 300.
Yeah, because 200 from the lady and then 100 from the inn. Remember?
Yeah.
Crashing on
I'm
both,
sitting
so
at the
yay!
counter,
Yeah, Lynn, we
looking at food.
we just came from there. We just fixed that problem.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Then
so...
let yourself be guided to the room, but she's having a full-on sulk.
Listen, if there's anything that Morgana knows, it's how someone wants to be comforted when they're crying or sulking.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Am I allowed an empathy roll to comfort?
Absolutely.
Insight? Yeah, insight. Damn it, I did it again. Whew! Well, that's a 21.
My rolls.
Is that a nat
Yeah.
20?
It is.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll let Lynne decide how comforting a nat 20 comforting roll is.
Yeah. It's once we get in the room and it's like, okay.
Given that Lynn got up in the middle of the night, went running off alone to investigate what she thought was apocalyptic evil, found out that it was a water fountain, went back, found the camp deserted, went to town, couldn't find anybody, and then has been arguing with someone calling her crazy and demanding she eat soup. She just straight asleep.
Beautiful.
I pat the bed 3 times and leave the room.
You are sure, deep inside, that those 3 pats made a world of difference. She knows you're there for her.
Morgana will remember this.
Morgana will remember this.
Lynn will remember this.
Oh my god.
Will we remember this?
Those 3 pats were deeply impactful for me, I know that much.
Morgana will remember this.
Oh my god.
Remember that time I patted your bed? We've been through so much together.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Flawless. Exactly as things should be.
Well, down in the inn proper, the innkeeper sees Saati has not left and says, "Oh yeah, a Fae couple came by looking for you. They said they'd be back tomorrow morning."
Okay. I look excited. Just frankly, more excited than a person meeting a Fae couple should be. I bounce.
Well, as I promised, your rooms and meals are free for 3 days, so if I can get you anything, just let me know.
Food.
Alright, what kind of food would you like?
Good food.
She looks confused for a second, nods slightly, and is like, "Yeah, okay." She turns and walks back into the back room and comes back out with a large bowl of soup, some buttered bread to dip in it, and and a mug of some kind of alcoholic beverage.
Oh no!
She sets the bowl and bread in front of you and holds on to the mug, and she's like, "Okay, little lady, how old are you?"
I think about it for a second, and then I say 2.
Her smile freezes on her face. "I'll be right back with a better drink for you."
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
I start eating the food.
She turns around. She
Muddle's
comes back
prayers
out
have been answered.
with basically juice.
Cool.
And puts it in front of you.
I eat ravenously.
Do you know how to use a spoon?
No, I'm just eating, like
face down in the bowl style, or like lifting it up? Or...
lifting it up.
Okay.
That seems easier. It's a liquid. It obeys the laws of gravity, so, it's kind of getting everywhere, but I am in fact eating it.
She watches.
At first, I try to use the bread just to scoop the stuff out, but it gets so mushy that that doesn't work at all. So I look at it in confusion as it disintegrates, and then just start.
All right. She half watches you while she's helping other customers in relative shock. All right.
I finished the food in short order.
Okay. She comes back by and takes your dishes.
Thank you. It was good.
You're very welcome.
I wait for people to come back down, wondering how they could, take so long. I finished this bowl in 30 seconds, but to me, I'm like, I ate this whole meal. They haven't come back.
How much evidence of you having eaten? Yeah, it's plenty of evidence of you having eaten.
Yeah, it's pretty impossible to miss. Her face and front are drenched in soup.
There's a noodle hanging off one ear.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
oh, sweetie, come on. Do we have a strip of cloth or a towel or something?
Absolutely. She hands you a washcloth.
I tell Saati to sit still, and I clean off the mixed food and dried blood from her face.
I look on curiously as something strangely white is rubbed on my face and comes away filthy.
and this is when Morgana holds it up and says, "See? Now your face is clean. It used to have all of this on it. You don't want to have all this on your face all the time."
Yes.
Make sense? Good. And that's why we wash our hands.
Wait.
And faces.
And faces.
They're different, though. One of them you had me splash in the water, and this one you rubbed me with a white thing.
Well, if I had water, I'd have put water on the white thing. And the white thing's called a towel.
I squint. If you say so.
There's more than one way to clean things. I'm going to teach you so many ways to clean things. It's going to be great.
I look a little bit like that guy did before he sprinted into the woods.
Beautiful.
May I have a bowl of soup and a glass of wine, please?
Absolutely. She pauses as she turns back to you. How old are you?
Old enough to drink a glass of wine because I saved your town?
She shrugs. That's fair. She brings you out a bowl of soup and a glass of wine.
I sip the wine first. One sec, let me give a con check to see if I wince. Let me see. Hardiness, there we go.
You could also immune system this, for the record.
Gotcha. Well, it was an 8. So I think it's shown all over my face that I do not have much experience drinking wine, but I know it's the fancy things the adults drink.
The innkeeper is graceful enough to not really comment on it.
I eat my soup.
So who is the leader of your little band?
That would be me.
All right. So, would you be okay accepting payment?
Absolutely. Morgana's expedition is always happy to accept payment for our work. Accept payment for our work. There we go.
All right. She pulls out 2 envelopes from behind the counter, and each one has a small bag attached to it. One is much larger than the other one. And she puts them both on the table. And she's like, here's payment for your services. You don't plan on leaving town immediately, though, right?
No, we're here until I know I wrote down this ship's name. At least I think I did.
Yeah, I forgot what the ship is called.
Oh, I totally thought I wrote it down. I wrote down the dockmaster's name, but not the name of the ship. Dang it.
Oh, actually, you can help me here, because I didn't write down the dockmaster's name, but I do have the name of the ship. So this would be like a player DM trade-off, right?
I'm so okay with that. His name's Sloan.
Okay, Sloan. The name of the ship was the Crestfall.
Crestfall. We'll be leaving on the Crestfall. Should be here in a few days.
Let me just write down dockkeeper's name, Sloan. Oof. Okay. And she's like, okay. Well, just know that, if I find out you lied to me, I will come for you.
Oh. Oh my.
Okay.
I don't even know how to respond to that one.
What does that mean?
She turns and gives you a smile. It means I'm not going to go check to make sure that the river's flowing right now, or bother sending someone. But if I go out there and it's not, you better have a good explanation.
Oh, now the water's moving. We're fine.
Great. Well then, your rooms and meals will be on the house for the next 3 days. Assuming you, don't leave immediately. And, yeah, make yourselves at home. Thank you very much for your hard work.
Yeah!
Thank you so much for your hospitality.
Alright, I turned to whoever took the money and am just like, I want to go buy things.
I have to account for it first. Morgana takes the 2 bags up into one of the rooms and starts counting it and writes it down in her ledger.
It is...
After a few moments of counting, Lynne comes back down, looking like she's roughly awoken, mostly because the clinking of coins is reminding her too much of the clinking of assorted bits of armor and martial weaponry. that you get when, you're being trained by a ridiculous spear nut.
Oh my god.
And so she comes back down to sit down at the table and grumble with face in hands.
There are 300 bond coins.
Gotcha.
Just as you were promised.
Perfect. One sec. Oop. Boop.
And the 2 envelopes basically just have receipts in them.
Perfect. Those are going right into my file cabinet. Not cabinet, file folder. There we go. It's like the accordion kind.
Yeah.
That goes back in my backpack.
Morgana is very prepared.
Imagine just carrying a filing cabinet with you.
That'll be after I hit level 5.
In her giant pack full of files. Yes.
Yes.
She has a skill that is basically the Skyrim equivalent of increasing your weight limit for the console.
So many contracts.
Call me Lydia.
Oh my god.
I separate the gold out into 5 piles of 60. One of those piles is then separated again to pull 10 out from the 60. Saati's only getting 10 of hers to start. She can have the rest of her money later.
Alright.
Oh jeez.
She watches you dole out the money and gives you a very sour look. But I did all the biting. I should get
Saati?
twice as much.
Do you know how money works?
I saw people buying an apple.
How much is an apple worth?
Can I roll to remember that?
You can.
Can I put perception on that?
It would be more like knowledge.
Okay, then it's just a straight d20.
Holy shit!
I know how much an apple is! I spout it down to the fractional coin.
She
Well then.
is correct.
Huh? I look to the rest of the party stunned. I don't know what to say. I had intended to help her save it, but
I put my hand out and look expectant.
Well, I mean, it is her money. Just, try to impart on her the knowledge, not to spend it all in one spot.
Saati, don't spend it all in one place. I put the whole stack into her hand.
Neat.
And keep it safe, because other people will try and get it from you, possibly.
And try to make it last as long as possible.
I nod, totally understanding everything that has passed between us.
Does Muddle believe
Lynne-
that?
Lynn
I shoved
doesn't
the
even
money
look
down
up.
the front of my armor.
Lynn doesn't even look up, just still sort of staring at the wood grain of the table. And a sort of gloop comes off of her armor and exposes a toothless maw that closes over her stack and then pulls back into her armor.
I want one of those.
What?
Muddle's gonna nudge Morgana. Did you see that?
I did. I want one.
I kinda want
Hey,
one.
I said
What
dibs.
was that? Oh.
Okay, how much are we getting again?
I think it was 60 coins each.
Yeah.
Alright, that's what I figured. Just wanted to make sure.
So who's gonna go shopping with Saati? Will we all go shopping, or?
I think we'll probably all have to go because you know how she is. If she
It'll
gets
be
into any
fine.
trouble.
I know what I want.
What do you want?
A bag and clothes that don't suck, I say,
Oh.
shaking a couple of twigs out.
Oh my! Yeah, we can get you that, no problem. Oh, I feel so bad. I
I've
thought
been
she
wearing
was
this
spending
armor
money.
that's like 6 sizes too large and like trekking around dragging people. It's not been good. It's stuffed full of stuff because it's not warm otherwise, but there's like literally a bird's nest of like plant life in here.
Well, let's get you some clothes, and then we'll wash you off in the stream, and then we'll get you out of that armor. Well, actually, wrong order. Y'all know what I meant.
I'm gonna go buy things, I say. Charging out.
Morgana follows shortly behind.
Yeah, Muddle will go too, just in case.
Alright.
Much
Whispering under his breath,
supervision.
foreigners.
Alright, well, I am charging straight over to, like, a place that sells clothing and bags.
Alright. They're, Alright. Give me a perception check.
7.
Alright. Pretty easy to see is a tailoring shop and a blacksmith.
I'm gonna go to the tailoring shop first. I want to
Alright.
get a bag first.
Alright, you walk in. It seems like, the innkeeper is closing the place up. Whether or not Saati has the emotional intelligence to, like, parse that.
Oh, I can tell that they're not happy that I'm here, but I, like, have brought money, and I know how this works now, so...
Oh, they're plenty happier here. They're just distracted.
Okay.
Yeah. You get a hearty welcome. What can I do for you, miss?
I want clothes and a bag with many pockets. Secure pockets. Good pockets.
In the bag or the clothes?
Yes.
I see. Well, you've come to the right place.
I thought so.
Please tell me we're going to get Saati a utility kilt.
Utila kilt. Oh my god.
I don't know clothing conventions. That could totally happen.
Yeah. Alright. The shopkeeper's like, alright, we're gonna need... I'm gonna need to know your measurements.
My what?
Well, you see, clothes are, big or small, and we need to know which size goes on you.
Oh, okay. Saati shrugs her shoulders a little and then slurps out of the armor because it's, like, large enough that if I'm not holding my shoulders apart, it will just fall off. A bunch of twigs just explode sideways.
As you just, like, lizard crawl out of the neck.
Yeah, exactly. That is precisely what happened.
Oh my god.
The shopkeeper
I shake off some of the dirt.
covers
Does the
his
armor
mouth as
fall
if he's
over?
thinking, but then just stares at you for a solid 10 seconds. Well then. Alright. That was unexpected.
I've got my handful of coins and I'm counting them. How many?
Oh, well, that'll depend on the kind of clothing you want, but let's... hold still for a moment. He takes, essentially measuring tape and starts directing you to, move in
I
ways
look over.
that-
How many points is this?
He's... Oh, right. They're there too, so, How many points is this?
That is a cool looking skirt, just as a side.
Yeah.
Just to declare, Muddle and I are standing outside. We were intending to, see how good Saati could do on her own. We're listening in now. So,
Yeah.
Muddle,
Are you
This is the
asking
moment I
him
do
how
that.
many points it
Well,
is,
Muddle-
then?
Yeah.
you're in charge of good girl points.
I said that.
Oh, boy.
So
He's like, what points?
I was told that if I behave well, I get points.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a great deal, little miss. Like, pats your head slightly. I'd say that each one of these measurements is definitely at least 1 point.
1 point?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, but
6 points?
make sure to tell whoever's keeping track of the points
Yeah.
that you were
And
good
Muddle-
for measurements.
Muddle look in,
It
give
gives
him
you
a
a
thumbs
wink.
up and mouth. Thank
I
you.
grin.
Alright.
I am keeping track of these, just so you guys know.
How many are you up to?
29.
29 good
Oh,
girl
boy.
points.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Listen, we don't
goodness.
know the conversion rate. It might be 100 to a single thing.
Yeah, what should we do with that? Like, if she gets to a certain amount of gurgle points, she can like expend them to do something bad. I don't know.
No, we said that they're for good jobs. She thinks that if she spends the good girl points, she gets a good job.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, yeah.
So we
we'll
just
do
have to
that.
think of what
Yes.
she would think is a good job.
Well, she likes biting people.
So we give her something to bite?
Yeah, I mean, we can give her more people to bite. Like, you know, when we're in fighting and stuff, we can just be like, hey, here you go. Bite him.
Can I
You know?
hear this?
Give me.
We're
a
standing
percentage.
outside.
It's gonna have to be pretty high. They are
Alright.
outside.
Oh no.
I'll be an 11.
Although I have provided examples of a utilikilt.
Yeah, I like them. They're cute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want one.
Sadly, the company that has a patent on that design charges $350 fucking bucks for one.
Oof.
Jeez.
Jeez.
That's
What
too rich
dickheads.
for my blood, but that is cute.
Admittedly, part of this is because every single one of those pockets has a separate set of Velcro expanders in it, so that once you stuff the pocket full of stuff, it gets bigger.
See, I thought you were gonna say there's more pockets in the pocket, so it's like, oh,
There is. Like those ones on the side. Those ones
yeah.
on the side are actually 3 pockets. 2 on the front, and then you open the whole pocket structure, and there's a deeper pocket behind it.
That is
I want
pretty
to
darn
make
cool.
Okay, so
So maybe 300
Get
makes
things?
sense.
Yeah, okay. So he finishes measuring you and then leads you over to a set of 2 racks. On one of them seems to be more utilitarian clothes, and on the other one seems to be more, flashy clothes made of softer materials for just being comfy and looking nice.
Oh no, it's Grok all over again.
And he explains the difference to you. These are for rougher work, and these are for, just being comfortable. Go ahead and pick out a full outfit or 2 if you want. I saw how many coins you have there. The things on the comfortable or better looking side are a bit more expensive, but I think you'll find that you can easily afford either one.
and a bag.
We'll talk about the bag after that.
Okay, I pick out 2 clothings from the can handle a beating side because I know me, at least that much. And I'm gonna roll for if they match at all.
Okay.
Let's see. No, just 13. That's a serene number. They don't match at all, but they kind of look good together anyway.
As he sees you grabbing, those things off of the rack, at first he's like, but then he sees you actually, putting them up against your body and seeing how they look together, and he's like, huh. I was skeptical, but with your skin tone, that looks great.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, little miss. Okay.
These ones.
Great. All right. You said it's 2 sets?
Should I get 2 sets?
Well, it's always nice to have a change of clothes, especially out here, and especially if you're working. If you say, fell in the water, if you're working on one of the boats, you'll want to change quickly so that you don't freeze.
How much?
For the working clothes, I can give you each set for 10 coins.
Okay.
All right. He takes he takes both of the sets, and he's like, would you like me to adjust them a little for your wings and your tail?
Yeah.
All right.
I pointed the armor. That sucked. No holes.
I imagine it did. All right. He sits down behind his desk and starts getting to work. And while he does, he starts talking to you about a bag.
All right.
All right. So, what kind of things do you think you're going to be carrying? Do you
Heavy
need something
things.
Heavy things? Okay, so you're gonna need something like
And cookies.
something tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, admittedly, the the leather and canvas bags that I have are a bit more expensive than the purses and pouches, but they'll carry much heavier stuff. And if you want something that's gonna last, that's the way to go.
How much?
I could let one of the really nice leather ones go for about 35 coins.
Okay.
Tell you what. I mean, you've already earned how many was it? 6 points since you got in here. Tell you what. I'll let you spend those 6 points, and we'll bring it down to 32.
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
This is a great conversion rate.
Thumbs up from outside the shop.
You can tell he's used to dealing with kids. He's like,
everyone knows the good girl point system.
Yes.
He took away just as many points as he assigned, so it doesn't become like a nightmare for the parents later, you know.
Okay, so that puts us
Man,
at
good man.
52.
But, from how many? Oh, you mean total that you're spending here? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 52.
I need shoes.
But the bag does seem to be very nice. It's not like a masterwork or anything, because none of his stuff is, realistically. But it is a nice bag.
I stuff the things I'm keeping in it.
Alright. It's made of some pretty thick leather. It's got a lot of space. It's got a main pouch and then 2 little side pouches on it.
Yeah.
And even one on the front that's half again as big as the main one.
Neat. Yeah. I stuffed the cookie in the front one.
He, like, raises a finger as he sees you do that, but is too slow to really comment on it. He's like, Miss, you might want to toss that cookie out.
What? No.
No?
No, it's the only cookie I have left.
It doesn't look good for eating, though.
What if my sister wants it?
Well, that's very thoughtful of you, miss, but... you know, food, it's not good to just leave it for too long.
But I haven't seen her again yet.
He looks a little like he is going to tear up. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and he's like, I'm sure she'll be very thankful.
Yeah.
He pauses for a moment. And he digs around behind his counter and he pulls out, it's only like palm-sized, but he pulls out a little bag that seems to be coated in some kind of almost waterproofing material.
Yeah.
And he's like, here, take this. Put the cookie in this. It won't get all over your other stuff.
Thank you, I say, putting the cookie in it.
Oh, you're very welcome, miss.
I look elated. It's even cookie-sized, so it is the perfect cookie container.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to buy shoes, too. I don't have shoes.
Oh, shoes. Alright. He looks down at your feet for a moment, and then he brings you to a section a little bit further in the back and shows you to, he has a section of basically, like hard leather work boots.
Yeah.
And he's like, any of these look like...
If they'll fit, yeah.
Great. How many coins do you have left, miss?
I count on my fingers. 8 and 6.
Alright. He holds up his fingers to 8, and he's like, alright, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have 14 coins, miss.
Okay.
Alright. I'll give you these shoes for 10. I can do 10.
Okay. I dig out the 10.
He helps you put them on.
Neat. I stuff the extra clothes also into the bag and exit.
Do you leave the armor?
No, I also, I carry it like a body over my shoulders. It's just shucking stuff everywhere.
When Saati leaves, Lynne disgruntledly comes in. I need the fluffiest coat that you have so people believe me here in Stupid World when I say I'm not cold.
He looks you up and down. Are you sure you're not cold?
Lynne's expression goes slightly more exasperated. Gloopy pseudopods come off of the armor and wiggle in the air before retreating. Yes.
He's like, if you just said it's magic, people would probably believe you. Not that I'm saying you shouldn't buy a coat from me. Let me show you my coats.
Much floof. Easy to move in. Will not interfere with the shooting people who need shooting.
He shows you to a rack. The coats on it range from low quality to really high quality. The highest quality one he has is worth about 20 coins. The average is about 12 to 15 though.
Do you have fluffy hats?
Well, I've got this one that has a hood. I do have hats as well, though, if that's more your style.
Out of character, I'm kind of thinking of the notion of Lynne just buying a new shanka to pull over her head so that she can, if people say she must be cold, she just points at the hat and says, it's covering the only cold part.
Oh, God.
Brutal.
Well, if you insist on seeing the hats, he shows you to his hats.
Lynne buys a new shanka.
Alright. It runs you about 8 coins.
Cool. Lynne comes out of the shop, wearing her stripper tentacle armor and a new shanka.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
100%.
Love the look.
Alright, I dropped the armor and the sword in front of the blacksmith after I've stomped into his place.
He's like,
I want to trade these for armor that fits.
He gives you a quick bow. You just want to trade them.
Can I not?
Well, that's not normally how we do things, but, I can see what they're worth. Normally, I'd give you coins for whatever it is you want to sell.
Isn't that a lot more work, though? I have things. I want some of your things. Do we have to do the middle part?
All right. You make a good point. He goes over and starts inspecting the armor. As he sees that it's full of, like, literal garbage. It's like, did you take everything out of them?
What do you mean?
Well, you took the cookie out, but like...
Oh, yeah. I put it all in the bag while I was at the tailor's.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's hilarious. Okay. Alright, you definitely got some weird looks from the tailor as you took out, like, some of those things and put them into your bag. But, I'm sure you can surmise.
Yeah.
Anyway. The blacksmith looks over the armor. He's like, this armor is, like, decrepit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rusty mess.
I know.
If
I was living in it until recently.
You were...
It was very cold.
living in it.
Not anymore.
Ah. Well. I mean, it's so old and rusted, if I hit it hard, it would probably disintegrate.
I've hit it hard at least a couple of times.
He turns and looks at the sword. He seems to, like, look at it at first expecting it to be the same kind of garbage, but is pleasantly surprised after actually looking at it for a minute. He takes out a cloth and, like, you know, wipes some of the gunk off of it. He's like, oh, this is actually pretty great craftsmanship. All right. Well, unfortunately, I can't give you much for the armor, but, this sword ought to be worth at least 80 coins.
Okay.
He sets it down. He takes a second look at the armor. He's like, if I cleaned it and melted it down, I might be able to get at least some good metal back out of it. I mean, for the whole set, I could probably give you 20. Yeah, about that. He turns back and starts digging through some of his own stuff. It's like, you know, normally most of my work comes from, like, fishermen and the people crafting boats. I just... Most of my created works are, you know, fishing hooks and the metal parts of ships. But I've made some armor.
I mean, if you can't do it, then I guess I'll take the money.
No. I've got some armor. He digs out a suit that is like... It's essentially a combination of leather and chainmail. And he puts it down on the counter. He's like, I can give you this set and also 10 coins back.
15.
He looks at you and crosses his arms. Really?
Who else are you gonna sell it to? You just said you don't.
You can see him kicking himself like... Oh, man. Her cluelessness made me think. I could just speak...
Morgana is very impressed and proud.
Fine.
Yes, Muddle's effect are clapping quietly.
Okay.
But I'm not happy about it.
I can tell.
I was starting to wonder if you were a succubus, but... Oh, okay, 15 coins, but settle some curiosity for me. What's with your wings? I've never seen a succubus with wings like that before.
I don't know, I say, taking the coins.
You don't know.
Yep. I pick up the armor, and I'm going.
Alright.
Is it time to be clean now?
Yes!
Yes.
In fact, you did such a good job shopping, we've decided to award you 15 good girl points.
Awesome! Yeah. I write it down in my brain.
You did such a good job, Saati. I am so proud of you, especially with the way you haggled with that guy. Oh my god, when did you pick that up? I'm so proud.
I could just tell that he'd give up.
I need to bring you for business deals.
All right,
Oh my
I
God.
guess we should definitely clean Saati because now she's disgusting and she just got new
I've always
clothes.
been disgusting on the inside.
I mean, there's still dried blood and stuff all over you, so probably a good idea.
Sticks, I say.
Yes,
Shaking some
sticks
off of
and
me.
leaves also, yes.
Yeah, let's...
Yeah, Muddle and Morgana, I think, are still dirty too from the riverbank, so.
Yeah.
Well, the inn definitely had a bathroom with baths.
All right, Saati, you finished shopping? Do you want to go back to the inn now?
Yeah, I think.
Great,
Awesome.
let's
Do we
go.
all do the bathing and clothing?
Yes, at the inn, not right now.
Okay.
I have a little shopping to do, but I'll do it after bathing.
Alright. I'm basically going to, like, clean up, put new clothes on, and collapse in a pile on the floor. Like, that's all the energy Saati had. She's done now. Saati is booted down.
Is there a bed nearby that we could put her in?
Not unless you want to risk getting bit.
I was about to say, I don't want to risk waking her up. Let's just let her lie there.
Alright then. She did sleep in that suit of armor for a while.
Yeah,
This is far more
Muddle
comfortable.
Muddle will take his sleeping bag and open it and lay it over her so she's got another blanket.
There we go.
Aw, yeah.
And then
She
he'll
looks
go take a
pretty
bath
cozy.
and wash his clothes.
Yeah.
Morgana similarly takes a bath, washes off.
Just imagining her doing that thing animals do where their tail's wrapped around them, except hers is way too long, so it goes around like twice.
Yeah, that's seems perfect to me.
All right. Is anybody else need to do any shopping? Because I have something to do.
I've got nothing in mind.
I mean, other than some food that's not hardtack.
Morgana looks down at her shopping list and rips off the bottom layer of it.
Well, I'll give Morgana 10 coins towards food and stuff that's not hardtack. I want to underline that. Not hardtack.
Food, not hardtack. Got it.
Yeah.
Lynn is going to find the town butcher and basically clean them out of cured meats
Oh, brilliant.
before
Sounds like a
Morgana
good plan to
gets
me.
there.
Eilun.
You'll be pretty hard pressed to clean them out of anything with 60 coins.
Muddle will also give her 10 coins for more food. That's not hardtack. So Morgana has 10 and Lynn has 10 for rations.
Awesome.
But I don't know. Lynn wants to get a significant amount of cured meats that will not expire and so can be rationed out to break up the hardtack.
I was going to mention if anybody else wants food that's not hardtack. Maybe also chip in a little bit, you know? For the group. Nope, just me that doesn't want hardtack? Okay.
Well, I'm out cold, so you can't.
You get used to it eventually, Muddle.
And Muddle's gonna slide Lynn 10 more coins for not hardtack.
It's not that bad. And Morgana pulls out a square and takes a bite out of it like, she?
Lynn turns and puts her hands together, looking at Morgana very calmly. I have been taught that there are ways of bringing flour instead of hardtack, and it doesn't go bad. This ancient magical technology is called a bag. With a bag of flour and water, we can make fresh noodles. Flour, water, fire, tasty. Instead, hardtack combines flour, water, fat, and fire to make suffering. Suffering is to be given to the enemy. Otherwise, you are failing chivalry, you are failing glory, and you are failing the heroes of our ancestors.
Muddle was inspired by that.
Damn.
Morgana looks at the piece of hardtack she just took a bite out of and swallows that bite. I'm sorry?
Okay, well, you know, we've been
It's
eating a lot
okay.
of hardtack.
You're from stupid world.
That's all I have. That's
You're
all I've had my money for lately. And I'm sorry, that's all I have.
And pats Morgana on the head.
Completely breaks down.
Lynn gives Morgana a hug, pats her on the head, says, "It's all right. You're from stupid world. You don't know any better. Saati and I will help you learn."
Morgana nods and takes another bite of hardtack.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy to be invoked. I'm not there, but you know.
And Muddle's just gonna whisper, "Foreigners."
Too fucking true.
Okay. Flour.
Alright.
How hard would it be to get like a slate board for kneading, for making dough on?
Oh, not hard at all. You could probably get one for as little as 5.
Cool.
That's as much as
Oh, yeah.
pants.
Thank
I
you
take
for that.
the 10 gold that Muddle gave me for food that isn't hardtack, and I give it to Lynn.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
You'll be better at spending this than I am. I have a couple other things I need to get.
I'll wait here at the inn. You go get them, and then I will show you what I have learned from the hero of the revolution.
Morgana nods and wipes the last of the tears away. I'm sorry you had to see that.
It's all right. After all, you said that we're friends, and friends help each other learn from mistakes.
That's right. And I look over my shoulder to Eilun.
I'm missing something there.
I just scowl at you.
Okay. I'm looking for somewhere in town that would have parchment, ink, possibly books.
All right.
More contracts.
There is a general store that would have such things. They are definitely in the process of closing down. And unlike the tailor, do not seem particularly happy to have someone walk in at this hour. But, you get a kind of terse, welcome, what can I do for you?
Hi there, I need one sheaf of parchment. I need this inkwell filled up. I need, let's go with 5 different quills. And what books do you have?
She points over to a bookshelf.
Thanks so much.
Sure.
And I left the inkwell on the counter.
She immediately starts digging around for the stuff that you said.
How do I know what books are here?
Most of the books are, okay, about 3/4 of them are nonfiction. And about half of those are about fishing. The other half are a combination of, like maps and geography books. There's one history book of the country.
I grab
one. Oh,
one sec. I'm definitely taking a look at the map and geography and the history book.
All right.
Keep going.
Right. There is an encyclopedia. There is a dictionary. On the fiction side of things,
I'm looking for smutty romance.
I was just going to say a surprising amount of smutty romance. So, it is kind of beautiful that you said so.
I'm looking for the closest thing to Twilight we can find.
Oh, why?
Oh my god.
Give me your roll.
Let me make sure. Let's see if I have any relevant skills here. Investigation.
Yeah, that'll do.
10.
Alright. You see a book titled Sundown in Vampire Town.
Oh no. Oh no. That sounds
Reading the
familiar.
back, it seems to be the story of the story of a goblin girl who wanders into a town populated almost exclusively by vampires, but she alone has the dark power to resist their charms.
I'm going to point out what happened when I googled that title, and I just put it in general.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
American Western comedy horror film with David Carradine, Bruce Campbell,
Oh my god.
Morgan Brittany, and Deborah Foreman.
It has Bruce Campbell.
I mean, he is a legend. I kind of want to see it now. I'm not gonna lie.
The primary love interest better be described to look like Bruce Campbell.
Am I hearing a
Tell
they are
just from
now?
reading the back.
Does he have a chainsaw hand? Does he have a chainsaw hand?
Well, you can't tell just by reading the back.
I have to read the whole book.
Okay, can I just ask what the picture on the front of the book looks like? I gotta know now.
Well, it's got to be an extremely sultry man in front of the moon with fangs.
Absolutely, yes.
The man or the moon
Right.
having the things?
Yeah.
The moon has the fangs.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that.
I mean, so does the man, but
Yeah, they all have fangs. Everything on the front of the book has fangs.
except for the goblin.
Yeah, except, well, I don't know. Do goblins have fangs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
they have
really
kind
goblins
of
got fangs.
jangly ass teeth.
Yeah.
So then, I do an appraisal to make sure I don't walk up with more than I have money for. I don't know how
Alright, give me an
expensive
appraisal
books
roll.
generally are. One sec. I mean, I don't. Morgana would, but...
Yeah.
Oh wait, that should be 15, because appraisal is investigation.
Alright. You have... Books are generally actually kind of expensive. You can expect to pay about 25 or 30 for this book.
And then what about for the map book and the history book?
Those will probably run you closer to 40 each.
Gotcha. I have 60. And then, just offhand, how much is paper and a refill of ink? And quills?
For the amount that you asked for, about 15 in total.
Gotcha. And you said Sundown in Vampire Town was going to be 30-ish?
25 to 30, yeah.
25, got it. 30. Alright, so one sec. Morgana's looking at 3 books. A map and history book, a map and geography book, a history book, and Sundown in Vampire Town. And she's doing the mental math for how much money she has to pay for which one.
Hard
There-
decisions.
There are some other fiction books if you want to hear about them.
Yes.
Okay. Other books of note include Tusk Love, The Long Tale of Love, Tale spelled Tail, for the record.
Oh, that's how I spelled it. I know that's how to spell it.
Good. Let's see.
Do any of them have the word lusty in the title?
No, they're not quite that smutty.
That's good.
They're definitely romance novels, but they don't seem to be pornographic any more than normal romance novels are. There's The Witch's Choice, which you can only tell is a smutty romance because on the cover of it, there is a kind of scantily clad witch woman looking as if she's trying pensively to make a decision and sighing longingly into the air. You see, let's see. Oh, and the final one is just called Chase Me, and it has a picture of a gar girl running through the forest on the front of it.
I pull Chase Me out.
Hell yeah.
I
check the back.
Of the book describes it as an epic game of chase played across cities and even a country by two star-crossed lovers.
Oh, that story's so sweet! She's going to be unable to make a decision until the shop owner is getting angry about how long she's been standing there with these 4 books in front of her.
Yeah, after a while, the lady's like, oh god, look, I gotta close the shop. Tell you what, if you grab any of the fiction books and you finish it or regret your choice, bring it back in good quality and I'll let you exchange it.
She grabs Sundown in Vampire Town. And pats Chase me very reluctantly and slides it back in. So we're getting this one for sure. And then what was the total for the parchment, ink, and pen? Or quill.
Didn't you say 15?
Yeah, 15.
Okay, gotcha. So then... 15 and 25. Damn it. Okay, thank you so much. And I reluctantly put away the geography book and the history book for now.
Let's be honest, Sundown in Vampire Town is more important anyway.
It is 100% more important. I can make my own maps.
Make your own Sundown in Vampire Town.
I can write a history book. I can't write this.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
This is a masterwork of fiction, you have to understand.
Naturally. I never had any doubt.
Wraps the book up in what is essentially some wax paper and a string, and just hands you the rest of the stuff that you bought.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Good night.
Evening. She clutches the book to her chest like an excited schoolgirl. And
beautiful.
If anybody's paying attention, or if anybody's nearby when this happens, she immediately blushes red and runs to the inn.
Beautiful. All right.
I run up to the room and start reading. I don't bother eating dinner.
Okay, well, since Lynne obviously isn't going to have Morgana coming with to it, because she recognizes the frenzy, she goes to go get a mouth. She goes to go buy. How big would bags of flour be here? Would they be like commercial bags? Would they be like normal bags of like 1 to 2 kilos, or would they be like larger?
I'd say probably a bit larger.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Older bags were more expensive than the flour if you go back far enough. So probably like, so would one bag be like 5 kilo, 10 kilo, 20 kilo?
Probably 5.
Okay. So then how much would it set back for 1 5-kilo bag of flour, the slate kneading board, and basically 1 each of each type of salami there, but that the butcher carries?
All right. The flour is surprisingly inexpensive. The shopkeeper does explain that yes, the sack is the most expensive part, and if you bring that back the next time you buy, the flour will be a lot less expensive, basically. That said, in total, the flour ends up being about 10, the kneading board ends up being about 5, and a fair bit of dried meat
Cured meat, not dried meat.
Right, cured. Ends up
Keeps
being about... Well, how much are you looking to buy exactly?
Well, I'm thinking that with the sort of technology level the setting seems to have, that the usual size of salamis would there be about 1 to 3 pounds, and I literally mean a full salami log of as many different kinds as they have.
Okay. That ends up being... Let's see. That ends up being about 12 pounds of meat.
Yes, it does.
Okay. just making sure you're on the same page here.
12 pounds of meat that won't actually go off for almost a year.
Yeah.
And is going to be meat rations for how many people?
Yeah, that's fair. The shopkeeper says he can give you all of that for about 65 coins.
65? Well, since I have 77, I'm going to say good deal.
All right.
5 is 12 coins remaining. And since cooking rolls seem to make now, since the types of ingredients tend to, and what you're actually putting together to cook things has been something that's had meaning in games that you've been running, is that something you want to specify, or are you going to just trust me that I know salami?
I am going to trust you that you know salami.
Cool.
That said, I will absolutely generally give, higher rewards for vivid descriptions of what you're cooking than, just saying you're cooking.
Oh, yes. I mean, this is where I'm basically asking how much freedom I have with that, because...
Oh, yeah.
If I had somewhere to put a charcuterie closet and could afford the equipment to make a charcuterie closet, I'd be inventing new kinds of salami.
Fair.
Can I invest in you getting your charcuterie closet?
Sure, if you want.
I love charcuterie.
I mean, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do anything to get you any to try, given ocean.
This is true.
So if you want to, I'm not going to object. But anyway, back to the game.
Maybe in the far future when Morgana can carry a closet.
Yes.
Portable curing closet.
They exist, they're shit.
Oh.
Rip.
Sorry.
Collective disappointment.
I love the fact that you know that, just without having to look. Alright, so, you get your food. Is there anything else y'all are doing before the end of the night?
Actually,
Muddle stayed in the hotel at the inn. He's tired. He washed himself, washed his clothes, and he's going to sleep. He doesn't care about anything else.
Morgana will force herself to stay awake to read as long as possible so that she can also get maybe 1 or 2 other books while she's here.
Okay.
Eilun is gonna go out to shop for someone.
Alright. What you trying to get?
Probably a cute dress.
Alright. You go back to the same tailor as before. He's about to put the sign up on the door, but he recognizes you from earlier and opens it up, and he's like, "Hey, is there any problem?"
Oh no, I just was thinking if I could maybe buy, a cute dress. Not for me, but for a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. The little lady from before?
No. She's not here with us. She's a distant friend.
Ah, okay. Forgive me for prying. Do you know about what size she is?
Yes, I do actually.
Alright, come on in.
Thank you. And she bows.
Absolutely. You can tell, because, you're a succubus, that this guy is very happy with the kind of work that he does. So this kind of thing is a pleasant surprise to him, not like these people.
Yeah.
Alright. As you come in, he does put the sign up on the door, because he has to go to sleep eventually. But he leads you over to the section that has dresses.
Alright. Well, I'll browse through the dresses.
Is there anything you're looking for, like, specifically? Colors, patterns? Styles?
Eilun looks through, finds this really cute flowery pattern dress.
Alright. That is definitely an option. There are a couple different floral prints. Some of them are, realistic looking roses. Some of them are like, stylized daisies,
Hey. Probably the stylistic daisies.
Alright. He, sees you take it down. He's like, all of the stuff that I made with that bolt of cloth have proven very popular with the ladies of the town.
Ooh, good to know.
Alright.
How much for it?
I could give it to you for 9 coins.
You got yourself a deal.
Fantastic. This lady you're buying for, does she need any alterations made? Does she have wings or a tail or...
No, she does not.
Alright. He, wraps it up for you and hands it off.
Thank you. And she bows.
He gives you a bow
and leaves.
back.
And I leave the store. And
you hear the door lock behind you.
Is there a post office nearby, or is it closed right now? Most likely.
Yes, there is, but it definitely seems closed. But you find it with relative ease, so you know where it is.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
Well, that's all I'm doing for tonight.
Alright. You return to the inn and head up to your room. You can see that even though it's late at night, the inn actually still has a fair few customers in it. They seem to be like fishermen that have come off the boats today. It's definitely a bit rowdy downstairs, but as you make your way upstairs, the noise fades dramatically. To the point that you can easily suspect that it's some kind of spell.
I should probably tell the others about this.
Yeah. That would be a good sign.
They're all, some of them might still be awake. Are any of you still awake?
Morgana's still awake.
Oh yeah, Morgana is still awake.
How far into that book am I?
Give me a roll. How fast do you read?
Let's see. And...
Or how many times do you get distracted and read the same page again because you're excited?
Or exhausted.
We'll see. Let's sec. 15.
Alright, reading goes pretty well, and, you've always been... You're very familiar with reading. So, you actually get a decent part of the way through it tonight. You're, only about a fifth of the way done. But you're about a fifth of the way done.
So have we met the primary love interest yet?
Actually, you have met several primary love interests that all seem to be after the goblin protagonist. Notably, some are male, some are female, and one goblin is not specified either way. Though the goblin is an outside shot at winning our main protagonist's heart.
Getting that reverse harem going. God damn.
The goblin protagonist has some sort of special relic on her person that was given to her by her grandmother, who had been given it by her grandmother, who... Basically, this artifact makes it so that she is incredibly valuable to any entity which survives off of the blood of other creatures, because her blood is special in some way that hasn't been really clarified yet, just that they can all tell just how amazing hers is specifically, but it also has an anti-charm effect on it, making her absolutely immune to their wiles when they try just charming her into being theirs. So now they've all set out on grand tours of romance, trying to win her heart the real way, even though they're all so out of practice, since mortals usually just fall all over themselves trying to get into their good graces.
She has to teach them how to love all over again! It's probably shortly after reading that point that Morgana does pass out, unless someone gets her attention.
Perfect.
In which case, that would be me, and just, telling Morgana telling her what I saw.
I'm sorry to say that I was distracted when you saw it, so tell me.
Given that Lynne we've established that Lynne will be woken up by something that the rest of the party slept through. Probably waking Morgana is enough to wake Lynne.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Also, do we have a name of either the protagonist goblin or one of the love interests? I have a reason for wanting a name.
Okay, the main protagonist's name is, let's see, Clor. And the main, or one of the love interests' name is,
Lysanderoth?
Visgarn.
Visgarn. Gotcha. When Morgana gets waken up, she yells, "Visgarn, no!" Oh. Continue.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. So what happened?
Oh, I'm having trouble recalling exactly what happened.
As you came into the tavern, into the inn, you saw a lot of presumably fishermen still, drinking and being rowdy downstairs. And as you ascended the stairs, you noticed that the sound very abruptly cut out about 3/4 of the way up the stairs.
Oh yeah, and since that magic may have been involved.
Oh no.
So, yeah, that happened, and it's kind of concerning.
Yeah. Was
I
the
don't
innkeeper
know.
out there?
I don't know.
Uh,
Should we go investigate?
you know, I might be in the mood for a midnight snack. Anyone else?
Is anyone else even awake?
Morgana yawns.
Lynn gets out of her bed, nods, switches both arms to pneumatic crossbow mode.
Mud snoring in a bed nearby.
I'm snoring on the floor.
Snoring
In
buddies.
solidarity.
Yes.
Ooh, roll a d6, both of you.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
2.
You wanted me to roll?
Yeah, a d6.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay. Your snoring almost harmonizes, but not quite.
Perfect.
Nice.
At what point do I wake up screaming?
In the morning.
Okay.
But for now...
That's still on schedule. Okay.
But for
Also,
now-
what level should we be right now?
I think you have to sleep to level.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Suckers.
But, so I'm already stronger than you for a brief period of time before you pass out.
So, 2. You're level 2.
Gotcha.
Alright. So you're going downstairs?
Yeah. See if they have some
Okay.
coffee.
There are some people drinking and laughing and having fun. The innkeeper seems busy and is cheering along with some of them, and yeah.
Huh.
She sees you and walks right over. Howdy. What can I get you?
Just coming down for a midnight snack.
Yeah, definitely.
Morgana goes and
Something
sits at the
wrong?
bar. Next to a group of people.
Is something wrong?
Hmm. Wondering if I should say something.
Lynn goes up to ask the bartender if they have any hard tea.
And the bartender responds, "Yes, ma'am. It's one of my favorites, but it doesn't do very well with this crowd. Have a seat and I'll get you some."
Lynn sits at the bar.
Oh yeah, but before I forget, we have a meeting at 9 a.m. Could we get like an 8 or 8:30 wake-up call?
Absolutely, no problem.
Thanks. Whew. I'll just have some buttered bread, please.
All right.
Ooh, do you have
your
milk?
orders.
If you have milk, a warm glass of milk would be great right now.
Yeah, sure thing. It's
Eilun
all
just-
in the house, right?
Thank you.
I'm not really looking for any big meals, but what's like the spiciest snack that you have?
Let's see. Well, we've got some spicy jerky.
Yeah, I'll get some of that.
Coming right up. Brings you a couple pieces of some very spicy jerky.
Eilun takes a big bite and tries not to wince as she eats it.
It is. Actually, give me a roll for that.
All right.
Constitution, probably.
Or maybe
I'm looking at your character sheet, but
or maybe
if you-
performance.
Hardiness, immune system, performance. If you aren't trying to bear it actually at all.
Hardiness
like
is
you.
probably fine.
Which one?
Hardiness, it's under strength
I have no hardiness.
or endurance, maybe.
Oh,
You just start screaming. That's what I'm picturing.
It is way too spicy for you, so you're taking tiny nibbles of it and trying really hard not to squirm around. And even though you're able to hold your body still, your tail absolutely gives you away. It's flicking around with irritation.
delicious. I should love spicy food.
Perfect.
Morgana heard something interesting. Did you say mermaid?
The guy next to you turns and looks. Yeah.
Oh my god, did you really see one? And she turns in the bar stool to be facing the group of burly fishermen.
No. My mate fell overboard while we were fishing today. He says he jumped because he saw a mermaid, but guy's a liar. He makes shit up all the time.
She sips her milk. But what if he was right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he was right. Just like one time, when everybody was asleep, he caught a talking fish. Or that one time when he found a bag of coins because a seagull dropped them on deck. Yeah, no, I'm sure the guy saw a mermaid.
Morgana's jaw is hanging open.
Is a 10 enough performance roll for Lynne to extend a pseudopod with enough dexterity for it to actually form a mouth, and the pseudopod mouth says, I don't know, things are strange here in Stupid World.
Not well, but the sound still comes out and is audible as a voice, just in a way that's kind of blurbly and hard to understand.
Even better.
And basically all of them jump and one of them screams, just flat out.
Is there one in the back saying, I told you!
Yes. There is one across the room that's like, I fucking told you, mates!
Then retracts the pseudopod and continues drinking her tea as if nothing has happened.
The one that said, I told you, Morgana goes, wait, so were you the one that fell overboard?
Yeah.
Oh my god, can you tell me more of your stories?
I jumped. All of
How
his
deep was the
friends
water?
laugh.
She starts asking him questions. She wants to know as much about the mermaid as possible.
He tells you a rambling and extremely inconsistent story. about how he was trying to pull a net up, and at that moment he saw the sparkle of a tail, and looking closely, he saw that it had a human body on front, and first he started thinking that a fish was eating a woman. And he jumped in to heroically rescue her, but that's when she made a silly face at him and swam away.
Insight. 18!
Yeah, he is lying through his teeth. It's not subtle at all.
Your friends told it better. And she turns away.
He looks crestfallen for a moment before all of his friends laugh again.
Morgana finishes her milk. Yawns. Alright, that's good enough for me. I'm going to bed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, same. As Eilun's mouth is on fire.
And as you make your way back up the stairs, at around the 3/4 mark again, all of the sound cuts out.
Oh.
Huh.
You know, maybe it's just not to disturb people sleeping.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
We'll ask
You
about it
can
in
hear
the morning.
snoring, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Lynne attempts to go up and down the stairs quietly several times to just see if there's if there's a single noticeable point where the sound cuts out, or if there's like or if it's a temporary thing. If having come back down, so where there is sound, it doesn't cut out again when she goes up.
Oh, there is definitely a singular point where it happens.
Lynne goes out for a walk in the night air, and then attempts to sticky climb up the outside of the building and in through the window to see if the sound cuts out.
Give me a roll to not get seen doing this. Also, Steph, Spider-Maning up the building.
Hell yeah, Spider-Man outside the building.
Oh my god.
An actual call we received at work. An actual call.
Someone saying that they saw someone Spider-Maning up the building.
To the second or third story. Yeah.
I rolled a 5 on the stealth,
Okay. Well, you're
but I
fully-
rolled a 15 on the athletics.
Okay. One of the sailors is outside, just puking into the alley.
Is
And
it the one?
It is the one. As you walk outside, he turns and like waves a little, and then watches as you just start climbing up the side of the wall. It's like, whoa, whoa! He starts calling his friends. But as you go up and through the window, they hadn't come out yet. Oh my god. So, you climb up through the window. Notably, as you get to about that level of height, and you're pressed against the wall, you can't hear the guy below you anymore. And as you climb through the window, you still can't, hear any of the noise down below.
Okay. If we have 2 rooms, who else is in the room that Lynne just Spider-Man through the window of?
Well, that's up to all y'all. Who's sleeping in which room?
Dunno, I just climbed into one and like used my bag as a back or like a pillow. I'm on the
Yeah,
I don't care.
How many
That we
beds
were-
are available?
Yeah.
There's 2 beds in each room. Which
Okay.
is kind of perfect because Saati's sleeping on the floor.
We'll just
fairly-
say Whichever room that we were all in before, so Muddle was sleeping on one of the beds in the room that Saati's passed out in.
All right,
I'm going to say that whatever room Eilun isn't in is the one Morgana's in, not by Morgana's choice.
Yeah,
that
that's
means
fair.
that Eilun
That
is
makes
in
sense.
the room with me and Muddle then.
Yeah. All right, so
Awesome.
you're either climbing into a room with Eilun and 2 sleeping people, or into a room with just Morgana in it.
Then probably with Morgana, given Morgana patted her bed, and also she'd be expecting to not be sleeping on the floor, so she would have been climbing into the room with Morgana.
All right.
And so she would say, "Yep, it's just it's magic to keep the sleeping area from hearing the drinking area," and I did heroic science to it.
Oh, that's great. Good job. Thump. Passed out.
Heroic science.
Best kind of science.
Okay, so y'all sleep through the night. Much easier than out in the wilderness.
What? No way.
Yeah, it's nice. In fact, it's the best night of sleep Saati has ever gotten.
This is rad. I can get used to this shit. So we're staying here, right?
For a few days.
Hmm.
Then we're going to go to my house. Well, my aunt's house. My family house. We're going to my home.
That degraded quickly.
It sure did.
Is it morning?
It is morning.
Can I wake up early because I went to bed early?
You absolutely can.
I am going to go wait for the cookies. Impatiently, downstairs.
Okay. Unsurprisingly, they come by pretty early.
I vibrate with excitement, by which I mean my tail whips around, and it's a lot of tails, so it's like knocking into shit.
The innkeeper tries to get you to, stop. And when she realizes you can't, she asks you to turn a certain way so that it just can't reach anything.
Okay, yeah.
But around 7:30 in the morning, a woman opens the door to the inn, and the little girl that you helped runs on in.
I wave. I'm clean and look much better than I did before. I'm wearing the utility clothes.
It seems to just be her and her mother. And her mother walks right up to you. The kid runs over to you and is grabbing at your tail.
I play with the child by making it dart around.
The mom walks over to you and is like, "Oh, thank you so much for yesterday.
It was no problem.
I'm
Glad I could help.
Glad you're here. We baked you some cookies." She pulls out a small bag and hands them to you.
I look very excited about the
She's
cookies.
like, we didn't know what kind you might like, so we just made what we're best at. They're, lemon and cranberry frosted cookies.
That sounds awesome. What are those things?
Well, take a bite and find out.
I do.
You find out. They're, the bready dough of the cookies is a little bit soft still, and very sweet. The icing seems to be sort of lemon flavored, but the cookie itself has little bits of cranberry baked into it.
This is great.
I'm glad you think so.
I love it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I eat another 2 cookies before I decide, very intelligently, to save the rest.
Wow, Saati, such a paragon of responsibility.
Super mature.
Yeah.
All the 0 points.
Alright. The kid cannot catch your tail. It is impossible. She rolled a 2.
I I eventually let her catch it, but only for a second before realizing that was a terrible idea.
As she grabs onto your tail, your whole body freezes up. Just for a second. She didn't grab the spade at the end, but it's enough for you to be like...
Yeah, I pull that away after that, and I'm like, good job! But I have a look of, I didn't know it did that.
Oh my god. Alright. The mother stays and chats for a couple of minutes, but it's all very, what are you doing in town? And like, you know, how long are you gonna be here? And I've never seen wings like those before.
Yeah, apparently they're funny. Well, I helped with the water thing. It's flowing again.
Oh, that was you?
Well, me and the people that I traveled with.
Oh, well, you lot are heroes. We would have been up a creek without the water.
I don't think that follows.
It's an expression, dear.
Even though she's still asleep at the time, Lynne spontaneously shouts in her sleep, "For heroism and justice!" as soon as the party is called heroes. She remains asleep through shouting it.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Oh, yeah. I chat pretty openly, but I don't have good answers for a lot of this because, you know...
The lady seems to put two and two together fairly quickly that you're basically a child too, and is very heavy-handed with her praise.
I look extremely pleased and probably make a happiness imprint.
Aw. After a while, she's like, okay, we've got to get going, but it was very nice
Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank you for helping me find my daughter.
For sure.
You're a lifesaver.
I was tall.
Yes, extremely.
I puff up a little. Okay, well, thank you for the cookies. They're great.
You're very welcome, dear. And she takes her child and leaves.
All right. I put the cookies away in my bag of holding my important things, like cookies, and, you know, wait for other people to wake up, but also just relish my success.
Mm-hmm. As you all start coming downstairs, the innkeeper gets Morgana's attention.
As Morgana was being woken up, she said something along the lines of, Clore, stop it. Stop it. What? Huh?
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Oh! Morning! Is it time already?
Yeah. It's definitely time to get up. She's talking through the door.
Well, thanks for the wake-up call. Appreciate it.
Sure thing. When you're downstairs, I have some news.
Woo! Everybody loves news. Morgana gets ready for the day. She takes longer than people think she should.
All right.
She comes down and sits down with the party.
All right, I need to reprimand the goblin.
All right. When you get down there, the innkeeper's like, I don't know if you're interested in this kind of thing, but a new job came up in the queue today.
Ooh. What's the job?
Apparently, tomorrow night, Lady Yuna's holding a party for some sort of important visiting guest. She's looking for caterers for the event and surfers and things like that. It pays really well compared to the other jobs around here, so I figured I'd let y'all know and maybe give you priority given what good you've done for the area.
Ken Muddle looks like just side-eye Morgana real hard.
Morgana
you don't
makes...
say!
Wait, is Eilun awake?
Probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah, probably.
Alright, she can hear this from the other room since she hasn't gotten out of bed yet.
Alright, I'll say Muddle got up when Lynne went, "For honor, for justice," and all of her stuff. Scared Muddle awake.
Fair.
And he went down to get some breakfast, so he's just sitting there.
This is downstairs, so if Eilun's still in bed, she in fact
Oh,
does
then
not hear this.
Yeah, I don't hear anything, yeah.
Morgana's eyes are wide with horror.
Eilun walks down the stairs. Good morning, everyone. Did I miss anything?
Let me get a performance check real quick. Let me just... It's fine! How are you? Did you sleep okay?
Oh,
You can make this an opposed insight to see the horror in her eyes.
Yes, I'm gonna do
With
it.
advantage, because you are a succubus.
Oh yeah, I am a succubus. Roll D20. Let's...
Well,
You see right through it.
Yeah.
it's very obvious from the aura of nervous energy coming off of Morgana that she is not telling the truth.
Eilun just looks at Morgana, just stares at her.
Model, can you take this one? And
Yeah.
Morgana goes to eat her food and turn away in shame from her favorite music stars' wrathful gaze.
Eilun, why don't you come sit over here with us and hear about this job that they were offering us?
I'd be delighted to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll be able to take it, eyeing Morgana side-eye real hard. Because, we do have to get on a ship soon, so we need to probably go check on that. Right, Morgana?
Mm-hmm. No, you know what? I should go check on when that boat's gonna get here. And Morgana books it.
Good idea.
Lynne completely missed all of the meeting with the aristocrat, so Lynn's just going to be looking back and forth confused. I mean, if it pays well,
I'm wondering if there's a way.
the catering side just means
I'm wondering if
doing
there's a way where I
kitchen.
can just take my arm out and just grab Morgana by the shirt.
Oh yeah. Give me a roll for it, and Morgana can roll oppose.
Shouldn't it be reaction speed versus my AC?
Probably
Yeah,
reaction
react-
versus athletics.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I have no points in either, so 10.
One sec. Oh, boop.
Damn.
Oh, sorry, Eilun, gotta go. Bye.
Morgana, you
is
left
over.
my book on the bar.
something.
Muddle will fill in Eilun and also Lynne of the job, and when it gets to for a special guest, he'll start winking viciously to try and he'll start pointing at Eilun hey,
Eilun understands without all of the I get it.
not very subtle,
I'm
The innkeeper.
so gonna kill her.
I guess I should start calling her by name. Abria, the innkeeper. Continues on from where she had left off at that point. She's looking for people to do catering. She's looking for servers for the event. I guess some nobles coming in from out of town, very suddenly, and she's really at a rush to find any help at all. Normally the people she hires are, not easily available on very short notice.
We'll take the job.
Oh, Okay,
Yeah, really?
I guess we'll take the job.
Yeah, we're gonna send this mess. I'm gonna drag you all with me.
Oh boy.
So if you want someone to blame, you can blame her, not me.
Will do. I will definitely blame her.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I can put you down for, being surfers during the event? Or do you want to do the
Okay.
catering, too?
Lynn sticks I think raises just one finger. Kitchen.
Alright, yeah. I can...
Where do you think we should put Saati?
What?
I don't know if kitchen is a good idea, and I don't know if serving is a good idea.
Oh, muddle.
Well, Lynn grins at Muddle in a very unpleasant way. Well, as the one in charge of the good girl points, clearly Saati should end up sharing in whichever section you're working in.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds great.
why don't we think this over a little bit more? Maybe there's a bouncer position that Saati could fill, maybe. She's good at biting people. You know, she's very threatening.
Where's Eilun during all this?
Still sitting there.
Okay, I dig around in my bag and come up with one cookie, which I give to her for having helped me as, child loot. I offer this cookie with, clear reluctance, but I am offering you this cookie.
Well, thank you. Are these the cookies that the kids' parents made?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Eilun takes a bite.
You're welcome! I go and sit back down.
Thank you.
That was very kind. I think she deserves some good girl points for that one.
I think so, too.
I slowly. That was worth good
Two-
girl points?
Yes, two
There's
good girl
a cookie
points.
to good girl point ratio?
Yes.
Did you say 2?
2 points, yes.
No! You fool! You've doomed us all!
No, Morgana, you've doomed us all.
That is true, you have.
So, Lynn, you're going to, the kitchens. Who else is doing what?
Well, I guess Muddle will be a server. Morgana will too, probably.
Alright.
And then I guess, Saati will come with us so we can keep an eye on her.
And Miss, Eilun, was it?
Yes.
What about you?
Muddle will start staring really hard at her. What will you be doing?
I will work wherever I needed, which I guess we'll see at the time of the event.
Alright. I'm probably gonna be a surfer, though. There aren't that many kitchen positions really required. It's a smaller gathering.
Eilun whispers in Muddle's ear. You guys better work hard for me. I won't be able to surf with you guys.
Don't worry. We'll make sure it all works out really, really well. You know, everything will go really smooth, and hopefully Morgana won't ruin it.
Yeah. I trust you. I don't trust Morgana.
Thank you. I will work very hard to keep your trust. Should we go find Morgana now at the docks?
I'll go with you. I
still
think
have
I
to go
want to see her face at this one.
I still need to go to the post office first.
Morgana
okay.
didn't go to the docks.
Where did Morgana go?
She went to go talk to Yuna.
Oh, no.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
I
which
said check on their ship. Damn it.
the party are we following first here? There's 1 going to the post office, 3 going to the docks, and...
I have a question first.
Okay.
Did Morgana leave a trail of imprints?
Give me a empathy roll, Morgana.
Okay. Imagination. Got it. One sec. Oh, yeah. I like the human racial. It makes me very happy. 5.
Yes, then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna follow that.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna, start walking in a direction, see one of those, and then, veer like a dog that caught a scent.
Okay. So, we've got 2 of you going to the docks, 1 of you going to the post office, and
honestly, Lynne is from Zenith. Lynne is going to have seen Succubi do this before. Lynne's
That's
following
true.
Saati.
Okay. Do you take Muddle with you, or just,
I'll tap Muddle on the shoulder and sort of try to make subtle gestures to say, let's go this way. But it's up to Muddle whether or not these gestures are coherent.
Okay, do I pick up on what she's trying to tell me?
You wanna roll for it, maybe? If you're not sure?
If you're not sure, roll for it, yeah.
Oh boy!
I rolled a 20 for performance.
Okay, great.
The subtle gestures.
Oh, yeah. She,
I get it.
You definitely do, even with your 5. A 20 is...
Alright, great.
Even with a 5, you might just be thinking, oh shit, Saati's running off, we have to chase her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
may
what?
not
I'll be
pick
like,
up on the
oh, okay,
subtleties
yeah,
of it.
we'll go that way.
Alright.
Well, anyway, I'm chasing down the trail.
Okay, so 1 of you is going to the post office. Let's take care of that real fast, and then we'll catch up with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so you're going to the post office.
Yeah.
Okay, when you get there, actually, I don't think I ever gave you information for the address, but that's okay. You do have it.
Yes.
So, there is 1 person working there this early. They give you a wave as you come in. It's a Fey woman. It's like, hello there, what can I do for you today?
Hi, I'd like to send out a package.
Oh, sure. Where to?
I tell her the address.
Okay. She frowns a little. Oh, out of country, huh? Well, alright, I can do that. It'll cost a little bit more, though.
How much will it cost?
Let's see. For something this heavy, oh, we could probably do it for about, 6 coins?
Sounds good to me.
Great. We'll get it there on the next ship.
Alright, awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too. And she bows.
Aw. The woman
So
bows
proud
back
of
to
you foreigners.
Alright, so now Morgana is going to get there first. You arrive.
At the corner before where people would be able to see me walk through the gates, Morgana stops sprinting and takes a few deep, slow breaths, gets her heart rate down, fixes her hair. Whew. And I walk in expecting to see Gusty right there looking me in the face.
Yeah, basically. This early, he seems to be sitting on the steps that lead up to the actual door, not expecting someone to come in, immediately without him noticing, but as the gate opens up, he jumps to his feet. And it's like, oh, welcome, you're a little early.
Yes, she bows first.
He returns it.
Hi there, Gusty. I saw a job posting on the board in town, or the innkeeper told us about it, and I wanted to see if I could possibly talk to Eilun about the plans for our meeting coming up soon.
You mean the one in, like, an hour?
Yes.
Is there any change of schedule or anything? 'Cause I can take care of that.
Oh, I just wanted to be sure that it would stay to a very small group. It was intended to be a very private meeting, and I can't help but feel like with that kind of posting that there would be more people invited, and I know that wouldn't be a good idea.
I'm really not seeing what you mean. The posting has nothing to do with this.
Oh? Oh, I am very sorry. I guess I made assumptions.
Oh no, you were quite clear when you were talking to the lady before that this would be a private meeting.
Oh, that's such a relief. I apologize for my for coming to conclusions before I knew everything.
There is a noble coming in from out of town. Amos, I don't know if you're familiar. Opening my notebook, just a sec. Nia Solis of one of the royal branch families is coming to visit.
One sec. Is that a name I would recognize offhand, or can I get a knowledge check to see if I would?
Definitely not you.
Gotcha. So is that even a no to the check, or?
You can roll a check, but unless it's, like a nat 20.
Okay, gotcha. Nah, alright.
Yeah, no. You are vaguely aware of the last name. Not the first one, though.
Okay,
the last
gotcha.
name you're only aware of because it's, like, one of 3 family names that you know that are important in Beijo.
Isn't that the princess in Gurren Lagann?
The first name, Nia, now that you mention it, yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting. I think I'm familiar with that family name. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you later.
Yes. Are you thinking of taking the job?
Me and my friends were, yes. We were looking into it.
Ah, well, it'll be a pleasure working with you then.
Thank you so much.
He gives you another bow as you depart.
Morgana bows on back, trying as much as she can to A, stay composed, and B, make it look like Muddle does it.
Give me an insight check.
Boop, boop, bop. One sec. My insight is a 1, correct? Yes. Yes. 4.
Nope.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I walk on out of there, and as I'm exiting the gate is probably when I see Saati.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick conversation, so you do get back out of the gate before the rest of the party arrives. But basically just before.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! I found you.
Saati!
Hello.
Ah, hi, Saati. Oh, everything's gonna be okay. We totally misunderstood the situation.
What situation?
You know what, let's go talk to everybody else so I don't have to explain it over and over again.
Hi, Morgana.
Hey, Eilun, how are you? How's your morning been?
No, Lynne.
Oh, sorry, I
Went to the,
completely
post
misheard
office.
the voice. I apologize. Oh, hey, Lynne. Oh, sorry, I could have sworn you were Eilun.
Lynn
Guilty
looks
conscience?
down at her. Lynn looks down at her stripper armor. Thinks about Eilun's singing outfit. Nods and shrugs. Yeah, I could picture that in dim light.
So hey, turns out, totally misunderstood the situation. There's a noble coming to visit by the name of what was it? I wrote it down. Which notepad is it in? Neosolus is coming. And it has nothing to do with us. Whew.
Does Muddle recognize the name?
Muddle absolutely recognizes the last name, and I'll give you a description after you roll, because you might recognize the first one, too.
Oh boy. Okay. Do I need to add anything to it? Like
Knowledge, if you've got it.
knowledge. Let's see. I do.
Ooh.
Hey!
Nat 20.
Well,
Okay.
Look at me go. I'm a historian, guys.
You
I was
actually
gonna
know
say
quite
you
a bit
are.
about the royal family of Beidou.
Oh.
Alright, let me pull up my notes here. Go back over them real fast before I give you this description, so I make sure that I'm not giving you false information here. Alright. The original ruler of Beidou had 3 children that eventually split off into 3 branch families. One of those families is the Solus family. They are not the family that currently has the throne. That would be the Dia family. But the Solus family is essentially the second most important of the 3, and by point of fact, the second most important family in the country. If something horrible were ever to happen to, like, the main family, the Solus family is likely the group that would take the throne. Nia Solus is actually the youngest daughter of that family right now, and currently in the position that she will probably become the family head at some point in the future. And if, again, something happened to the entire main royal family, she would be in line to inherit the throne.
Boy.
You also, making that connection, remember that the Devine family, which is Iona's family, is a branch family of the other, like that third, less important family, so she is distantly related. She's like third cousins.
Right. That okay. Maybe we shouldn't take this job. Just to be safe, you know.
Lynn turns to her and nods slowly. Yeah, suddenly visiting noble. That's probably either a power grab or everyone's going to be poisoned.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I don't think we should take this job, y'all.
why not? That
Excuse
sounds
me.
interesting.
I think you're underestimating a great networking opportunity here.
God.
Morgana, I think you're overestimating it. A little bit.
A noble, one of the most important. I'm assuming you've like explained to us who she is.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, but no. This is perfect. It fits so well. Listen. The lady of the house here already has such a high opinion of me. And after she meets Eilun, she will be like eating out of the palm of our hands. So just think about it. We use that and say, hey, we're going to cater for you. You know a lot about the princess's family, or is princess the correct term? We're going to have to figure out the right way to address her. But no, you know a lot about her, so you have a lot that you can talk about with her, and that can lead me into talking with her, and then maybe I can start writing up a contract and see if we can make some sort of agreement between my family, like the merchant family, and like the royal family, see if we can get any sort of like a trade route set up. Oh my god, that is such a good opportunity. We should totally do this job.
Muddle is scared. What about you guys? What do you all think?
I count my remaining coins. How much was this job for?
This job would easily pay about 100 a person.
I wanna.
Okay.
Morgana takes a long sideways step to stand right next to Saati.
Are
At
you
one
sure?
point, at what point can like Eilun just kind of show up behind Morgana, still under the impression that she's the special guest?
Right about now.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
You probably only heard the part of this is a great networking opportunity, and then I didn't use any actual names, so it was all pronouns about using people to get them eating out of the palm of your hand to make business deals.
Eilun just quietly stands behind Morgana and says, "What was that about networking opportunities?"
Eilun! Hi. Hey, good news. The job posting isn't about you. It's not about us. There's a noble coming to visit.
Oh. Well, shit. I, kind of may have accepted the job out of spite.
Oh. Well, perfect. Saati and I were just talking about taking the job. You know what? That's 3 to 5. Guess we do it.
Oh.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. Now that I know that this event isn't about me, there's really no reason for me to show up. After all, I can't just show up serving clothes to Noble in my shoddy disguise. People are gonna probably recognize who I am if I just wear whatever outfit they're gonna want me to wear.
then show up in full regalia. Wow them. Blow their minds.
And
Could be a
have
great
one of them ask
opportunity
me to
for us.
perform? Yeah, probably no.
I mean, could make us a lot of money. And we kind of need that right now.
I kind of need that right now too.
Not to mention the
How
fact
do you
that
work in
if...
the
one
That's
sec.
different.
Wait. I'm just saying, there are probably other jobs.
Weather. People keep saying that I should be cold here. Isn't cold bad for singing?
Well, presumably we'd be inside, so...
All right, Eilun. I'm going to be honest with you here. If this meeting with Iuna goes well, it could set up a lot of really good things for all of us in the future. And if that meeting goes well, the one that we have in like probably 20 minutes or so, if that one goes well and you agree to do any amount of performance, it's entirely possible that this Neosolus is also a fan of yours. And that would get us a direct connection to one of the ruling families of this country. Can you imagine how much that would help us as a group? Think of the party.
Yeah, it'll be a party.
I just look at you incredulously.
Go ahead and do an insight roll because there is something that's bubbling under the surface.
Oh, goddamn.
Never mind.
You are blinded by your rage towards Morgana.
I'm gonna peek around the edge of, like, the gate or whatever, and just be like, are we all going to this meeting?
Gusty perks up. The one in just a little while?
Yeah.
You're all invited. Lady Una insisted.
Okay. I, like, go back over.
Alright.
So, how are we feeling?
Are you guys done fighting yet?
Morgana puts out her hand to shake. You don't have to like me, but we can work together, right?
Fine.
Oh, thank you. I promise you won't regret this.
Oh, I'm gonna regret it. Or maybe not me, but probably be more you.
Well, well, I already regret a lot of things, so that's fine.
Good. I'll make sure that you end up dying with many regrets.
Oh, I just got a death threat from my idol. Not one I expected. Not something I expected.
Alright. Unless y'all have anything else to declare, you're standing right there in front of your meeting place that should be happening soon.
I'm good to go in.
Let's go.
Like, beyond curious.
Alright. After a couple minutes pass, Gusty walks out of the gate and says, "Okay, please follow me down to the docks. We have a boat prepared."
Morgana bows, and then says yes, and follows.
I get another 2 points.
I also bow.
Yeah, and Muddle's gonna bow, of course, bring it up the rear, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, he leads you down to the docks, and, to what is definitely the fanciest looking boat. It's the only one there that doesn't look like a fishing boat. It's not exactly a yacht, but somewhere between a speedboat and that in size. It's got what seems to be a big enough cabin for, like, 2 or 3 small rooms, and a deck area that is well decorated. It seems to have no sail or easy way to propel it that you can see, but there it sits. Gusty leads you on board, and turns specifically to Eilun and says, "Do you need anywhere to change, or are you fine the way that you are?"
I do need a place to change, yes.
Alright. The rest of you, please make yourself comfortable here on the deck. Eilun, please follow me.
I make myself comfortable on the deck.
I follow along.
Alright.
Morgana waves to Eilun and mouths a thank you.
Eilun just quietly just points her middle finger at Morgana.
I watch in fascination.
Morgana, once again, reacts with a kind of excitement. a version of excitement.
Beautiful. Gusty leads you down below deck. It is a surprisingly spacious area. You take a quick left turn upon, like, getting down there, and find yourself in what seems to be, like, the servant area on the ship, where you're led to a small bathroom.
Alright. Obviously, I change into my idol outfit.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah. And I exit the bathroom. Alright, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. Leads you up to the main part of the ship. Again. This time into a central cabin area that seems to be fairly well furnished and large. It's probably about 10 feet by 10 feet. So, it's not gigantic, but it's a nice small room. There's a table in the center of it, and enough room for people to sit around it. It seems to already have a bunch of food set out.
What kind of food?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, gee.
Oh no.
No, it's mostly finger foods. There's like half sandwiches. There's like essentially the equivalent of like veggies to dip in stuff. Small slices of fruit, a couple baked goods like shortcake, a piping hot kettle of tea, and yeah, that about covers it.
All right.
Muddle will be at the food table.
What?
Muddle will be at the food table. Thank you.
All right.
And then we'll be at the food table as well, probably.
Has
Alright,
Eilun
sounds
walked
like
out
the
to where
friends are over
Morgana
there.
could see her yet?
If you all are at the food table, absolutely.
She tries to stifle a squee and a very excited noises at seeing the outfit. She tries. It's not very effective.
Oh my god.
It's really hard to hide this level of excitement.
Eilun stares back, gives you a death glare.
The succubi in the room are getting a great meal.
I am just trying everything that I can reach
Oh my god.
and ranking them. Hardtack is continually falling into last place. It's gone from like the worst of 8 things to the worst of 20 things in extremely short order.
Oh my god. Notably, some of the sandwiches have spicy stuff in them, and some of the veggie dip is extraordinarily spicy. And one of the baked goods is a savory, like, bread with meat in it that is also just absolutely baked with peppers. It's...
After I try the first spicy thing, I'm going to scream and start looking suspiciously at everything on the table.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the joys of spicy food, little one.
How familiar is Morgana with this kind of spicy food? Is this something that is everywhere, or is this like pretty unique?
Most of it is the kind of thing that's everywhere. You'd say the most unique of it is the, like, baked things.
Okay, so the spices aren't like special.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Like, it's very
There
well
goes-
cooked, but it's not, like, exotic goods.
There goes the transatlantic spice trade.
Oh my god.
You can't have a transatlantic anything without the Atlantic.
We can rename the ocean.
Yeah, you'll be rich enough. No.
With a spice trade? Hell yeah, we will be.
Oh my god.
We just gotta find where England is.
Oh my god. That's a
I mean,
off the island. By
they're
which I
not
mean free
wrong.
overboard.
Yeah. Alright, so it's very shortly after that the door opens again, and Eiluna drops... Eiluna opens the door and immediately sees Eilun, and a look of, like, pure excitement crosses her face for a second before she chills out and keeps her dignity intact. She strolls over and gives Eilun a deep bow Oh, thank you so much for coming to visit me.
Eilun bows back. My pleasure, Nia.
She's like, you are just as lovely in person as I thought you would be. Welcome. This is my boat. I figured we would just take a small tour around the area while we relaxed today. Obviously, I brought plenty of food, so help yourself. I just really wanted to meet you and, maybe talk a little bit, if that's all right. You can tell she's not used to not being in charge of the conversation, but she's just too falling all over herself.
Of course. What is it that you want to talk about, Nia?
Oh, well, there's so many things. She gestures to the chair. Please have a seat.
Nice sit.
Ina gestures you down into a seat and, has a seat herself. And she sits down. There's so many things that I want to talk to you about. I don't even know where to begin. I really didn't expect that I would be quite this starstruck, to be perfectly honest. But you probably get that a lot. I will try to contain myself.
I just giggle.
Well, if I may ask, what are you doing in Beijing? I heard that you canceled a couple of your more recent concerts, and I thought, you might be sick or something, but it really is a surprise to see you here.
Well, I kind of just wanted to go on an adventure, yeah. Maybe find some inspiration for some new songs, yeah.
Oh, that makes so much sense. You can't... I mean, I imagine it is difficult to write such fresh and new music all of the time without going out and having your own adventures. Oh, but so many of your songs are about romance. Do you... there's a rumor going around that you have someone that you're interested in. I know idols usually don't do that. Is it true? Did you find love?
No, I didn't, yeah.
Oh, well, that really is such a shame. But, just in case, I won't tell anyone not that I'm calling you a liar, just, if that was your concern,
No one is stopping me, so this is, they're having a conversation, I'm, taking a sandwich.
Yeah.
Eating it.
Morgana.
Coming back and taking another sandwich. I'm just putting a dent in this damn thing.
Morgana's sitting close by trying to look like she's not paying attention, but she's totally listening to every word.
Like you see, I love my fans too much, yeah.
Oh, that really is... That's very moving. I suppose it is artistic integrity, but, well, I hope you find someone someday. I mean, it would be such a shame if you spent so much of your time writing these songs and never got to experience it yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your words, yeah?
Okay, so if you're not secretly dating someone, well, where do you get the inspiration for your songs, if that's not the case?
Oh, jeez.
The sound of papers shuffling as Morgana puts 2 sheets of paper down on the table, a quill and an inkwell. Don't you want her autograph? Wink.
Love
And sits
for
back
an
down.
Autograph if that's a thing you're willing to do. I don't want to pressure you. This really isn't meant to be a performance or anything that I'm booking. I just wanted to meet you personally, you know?
Well, I'm very happy to be here, yeah. And I, signed the paper with my autograph and handed it over to her.
You should have a performance check for not looking irritated, because I can feel it.
Yeah. Maybe yes. I mean, this is a hard sell.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I know the thing that's going to force that check. I know the thing that's going to force that check. Oh, oops, sorry, I handed you 2 sheets of paper. Can you hand me the second one? I paid for that. And she takes it, and there's the imprint of the signature on it. No ink, but the pressure.
I just turn to my side and just give Morgana the meanest side eye.
Really,
And then I just
to see how mad she is.
Yeah.
4.
I still do my performance check. Oh wait, mine's +3. Yes. 20.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. No, you can tell that she's mad, but you can't tell like depth of mad.
I pick up what I think is the best food on the table, and I offer it to her.
Aw.
It'll make you feel better.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah.
Gonna roll for it being spicy. That's a nat 1. What does that mean?
Well, your intention is to make her feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely hand her the spiciest thing on the table. It is well and above your tolerance. Give me an endurance check.
I actually have...
Saati's helping.
11.
All right. You, Okay. One more performance check, then.
Jeez. Performance. Let's see. Hey!
Okay. It is way above your tolerance, but you managed to turn, like, your sudden flailing and your tail flicking around wildly and your wings flapping a little bit into it, that's so good! Like, half little dance as you you force it down.
Can I tell that this was the wrong choice? Or do I just think that, yeah, I did the right thing here?
Give me an insight check.
That's gonna be a total of 7.
Oh, you did a great thing. You A+. A+ work, Saati.
I give a big toothy grin.
Can Muddle do an
I'm
insight check?
helping.
Yeah, sure.
See if, okay, let's see if she's dying and if he notices to give her a drink of tea. Let's see. I don't have perception, so we'll just go a d20. Alright.
Oh my god.
Is this campaign just like the one for you?
Yeah, apparently.
You interned the Serene is coming due, alright?
Apparently. Okay, Muddle will pour a cup of tea for Eilun and hand it over. behind the back of the lady so she doesn't notice.
It is hot tea, but still, it's like a milk tea, so it does help a little bit if you can, get it down.
I try.
Well, they were out of water for a few days. Anyway.
I turn to Yuna. Wow, this is so incredibly spicy. It's like I love eating this stuff.
Oh, well, everybody knows that about you, and I wanted to make sure that there was good food for you. I mean, I know you do a lot of shows, but I've heard that the catering at them really isn't that great. But I have access to wonderful chefs, so I figured I could treat you a little bit.
Well, I appreciate it, yeah.
Well. By the way, I'm having a party tomorrow night. You're welcome to come if you like. It's going to be a kind of highbrow event, but, well, I would absolutely appreciate your company. I hope I'm not coming off as pushy. It's really up to you. It's just an invitation.
Well, as a matter of coincidence, me and my, the rest of group of people that I'm with...
Morgana's expedition party, yes.
Meth? That's what we're going with?
Yes!
We actually accepted a job posting that you had for, serving and catering. Yeah.
Oh, no, you couldn't. Please come as guests instead.
Are you sure?
Oh, of course. I mean, well, it's understandable if you need the money, but I couldn't imagine Eilun having to work in such a position. No, please, you can be a guest. You don't even have to, dress up or put on a show. You can, I can help you put on an adequate disguise if you want to keep on the down low.
I would very much appreciate that, yeah.
Oh, well.
Muddle's gonna nudge Morgana. Do you think she's given her the invitation or all of us the invitation? Because I think she wants the rest of us to work.
Do I hear this?
Muddle, we're all taking that invitation.
Hey, are you inviting all of us?
Oh, Saati.
Oh. Well.
Saati, that's rude! You wait for her to say it! Come on now! I apologize, she's very young.
She looks over at you a little bit with kind of a confused expression. Oh, no, don't worry about it.
It's just a question. You can say no.
Yes, of course. Well, yes, I don't see why not. Though, obviously, if you need the money, I wouldn't want to stop you. I don't know what kind of position you all are in, but you are welcome as guests if you would prefer.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, there will be food.
I'll come as a guest.
We accept your invitation. Thank you so much.
Lynne is
And now you
politely
don't have to try
trying
to find a
very
weird way
hard
to
not
ask
to
her.
laugh.
I just asked with words and it went fine.
Yes,
They
of course, directness is a good trait to have.
I like you.
Aw.
Lynne has. Oh well.
She shakes
I
your
rolled
hand.
I rolled a 20 on my attempt to not laugh.
Okay, you managed to not laugh.
I'm disappointed.
My name's Saati, by the way.
I am Lady Yuna.
Wait, the whole thing?
Well, Well, I suppose if you're a friend, you don't have to.
Which part does it shorten to?
Just a Yuna is fine.
Okay. Yuna it is.
She,
Is anybody going to tell Lady Yuna that Saati is 2?
That's Saati what?
Excuse you.
2.
That's 2 days.
I did say she's very young.
Extremely young. Like, she was born just the other day.
Yes, please excuse my companion. Yeah.
Oh, are you two... Well, I know that succubi don't have, relations, like, brothers and sisters, but are you two, a family?
No, I have a sister, but she's not here.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Well,
You
please.
haven't seen her, right?
Well, what does she look like?
Kind of like me.
No, I'm afraid I've never seen someone who looks like you.
Darn. Well, if you see her, let her know I'm looking for her.
Alright. Saati, right? Very well, you have my word. If I run into your sister at any point, I will let her know you are looking for her.
Thank you.
Is there anywhere I can point her for where you might be?
The Penrose family manor in the Union.
Ah, right. Very well. If I see your sister, I will send her your way. If I can, I will even expedite the process.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it.
Family is important.
Family is important.
Family is important.
Her name's Irie, by the way.
Irie, that's a cute name.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
She's a dweeb.
She, looks back at Eilun. How do you two know each other? If that's not a private thing to ask, of course.
Well, I think that's where I come in. All of us gathered here together in order to go and explore the Flying City recently.
The what?
The Flying City? The one that passes by the mountains just outside of your town?
Oh, you poor foreigners. Oh, you've fallen prey to myths. I have to inform you. It's just a legend. It's a very nice legend, but...
This is the point where Lynne looks up. Actually, Lady Yuna, Saati and I were born on the Flying City. It's not a myth.
We came from there to come to your town.
Excuse me? There must be some kind of mistake. Maybe we're talking about two different places.
I'm surprised you think it's a legend. My parents came through this town when they went to go see the city, and we came from it. It absolutely exists, my lady.
Yeah, we were just there recently, yeah.
In fact, we're planning a second expedition up there the next time it comes by the mountains. Would you be interested in seeing a flying city in, say about a year's time?
When you say flying, do you mean that literally?
It floats in the air and you have to jump off of a cliff by the mountains to get onto it.
Oh, that sounds dangerously exciting.
I really think that if it's going to take a year, we can maybe make some plans that involve an improved version of the rope sliding. I like this plan.
Time to plan
It involves less death.
There was that statue that fell out of it. You could probably go see that. It's a lot closer.
Actually, yeah, that would be good proof of the city's existence for her, huh? Do you know why the water into your town was blocked?
Yeah, maybe don't, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? We were just there.
That statue was not, did not come from the Fallen City. It was put there by someone else. So that would be funny.
Then decides that
I'm looking extremely
this
confused.
lying is too much against righteous chivalry, and so she takes a deep breath. Lady Una, on my honor, as a knight of the Queen's regiment, if you see fit to allow me to borrow 2 horses and a horse-drawn wagon, and we should have plenty of rope. We will bring back a centerpiece for your party, the likes of which your town has never seen.
It's really big.
What was once the centerpiece of an ancient and magically rich culture can be a source of safety and stability for your town's prosperity.
Saati digs around in her bag. It's got to be worth at least 40 more of these coins than I have.
Here, one moment. Morgana reaches into her backpack that she obviously brought with her, and pulls out a children's history book that has some interesting pictures. It's not very informative, but it's definitely not from here, and it came from that city. This is a history book from up in that city. I found it when we were up there last. And I put it on the table in
I
front
don't know
of
if I
her.
trust him. Sorry. Could be anyone's.
Well, this is a nice book, and it does appear to be quite ancient.
Be very careful with the pages.
If anyone's wondering, Muddle is very anxious at this point.
Alright. Do I notice this?
Probably.
What's wrong, Muddle?
He whispers, it's probably not a good idea to bring this lady who's very wealthy and kind of a centerpiece of this town up to a floating city where, a horrendous entity is, frozen solid into a statue that, was trying to break out. And
What about
also,
the water
probably
statue?
don't want her to know that we came from that city where the statue fell from. It'll probably not be a good look. It'll look like, we did this to them
Well, I didn't
just so
do
we could
it.
get money from them. And I'm kind of nervous, guys. Thanks.
We would have fallen out of the city anyway.
Morgana is stunned at that sentence.
Just saying.
Oh, well.
And then Muddle's gonna sip some more of his tea, nervously.
There are very safe ways to prove to her that the city exists without having her go up onto it.
Yes, but, it also looks like we sabotaged the town just so we could get money out of them.
What? What do you mean?
Because
Well,
we
they
just
did
came
that. They
from the
did it
lost
before I
city that the
left.
statue fell from into their river. It looks suspicious.
Well, that statue falling had nothing to do with us.
Yes, but we were the last people there. It'll look suspicious.
Well, the entire city's falling apart. It falls down to the ground all the time.
Do you have proof of this?
Yeah, the pieces that fall off.
Sure, whatever. Whatever you say, Morgana.
Well, anyway,
My
what
family
statue?
spent a very long time searching for this city, finding this city, exploring it, and
So it's
furthermore...
I'm just talking around you because I'm, not paying attention at all.
Oh.
I couldn't hear you.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Well,
I feel as though we've gotten a little off track here.
and also you're not being exactly quiet or discreet in this small room.
Yeah.
Need another sandwich.
Trying, he whispered it to Saati, but
Before things went chaotic, I was going to ask whether or not I needed to make a roll to persuade Lady Yuna of my noble intent, or if I was just radiating enough righteous chivalry.
I don't know that anything could save this.
I think you're fine. She absolutely does believe that you believe what you're saying. At the very least. And you say this is, in our territory?
Well within your territory. In fact,
see.
Morgana pulls out the map that she has that is plotting the way that it's moving. Right about now, it should be right here. And she points at a spot on the map.
It moves.
It flies.
Oh. I see. Well, there are many of our people who would be very interested in such a thing if it were true. We have legends of a place like that. You say you made an expedition there?
Indeed. In fact, I have a business proposition for you for when I want to go back in 1 year's time.
Eilun just face
let's
palms.
talk about business some other time.
Sounds wonderful. This has been such a beautiful day. Thank you so much for all of your hospitality, but I really think Eilun is getting quite tired at this point. It's been a very long day. We've been traveling for a very long
in
time.
the middle of the water
Yeah. She's like, well, you're free to get off the boat, but we are quite far from shore.
Morgana looks out the window, forgetting that we had been on a boat this whole time.
Looking to swim.
Lynne decides to cut in again.
Dummy, yeah.
Terribly sorry, Lady Yun. Morgana has a medical condition. It's just so much time thinking about the floating city. She thinks about vehicles solely in leaping on and off of them from great heights.
It's so true. That's where the rope bridge thing came from. I'm always falling off of things.
Really?
Yes, really, Saati.
Oh my god. Actually, I can tell the staff to turn the boat around, and we'll be back at shore fairly soon. So don't worry about that. I have no intention to keep you prisoner at sea.
Oh god, who would do that kind of thing?
Your general energy there is very concerning, but I assure you it was just a joke.
Oh.
She turns...
So what time's the party?
Tomorrow night at about 8 p.m. Shortly
Okay.
after the sun goes down. She, gets up and peeks a head out from around, opens the door and peeks her head out. You hear her tell Gusty, please turn the boat around. We're ready to go back.
How about her? When should she get in, for her disguise?
Oh, if you want to come by at about 6 p.m., we'll find you clothes, and I have a worker who's very good with makeup. She might be able to make it so you are hardly recognizable.
I would very much appreciate that. Thank you, yeah.
You're very welcome. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind, talking to me more privately for a minute before we, get back to shore?
Are there any cookies or cakes on this spread?
There's shortcake, yes.
I take the whole plate and go up to the top boat.
Morgana tips her adventurer's hat at the lady and walks on out the door.
Muddle will wait for Eilun to give him a sign. It's okay to leave her alone.
Eilun just looks back, looks at you. You know you can leave.
All right. Well, just checking. Just checking.
I'll
And
be
then
fine.
Muddle just goes, follows Saati and Morgana upstairs.
Iuna pauses. You all act like you must be so used to dealing with dangerous people. I assure you I am not up to anything nefarious.
I'd know if you were.
Oh, that.
Saati!
What?
You can tell she feels like very slightly hurt by the amount of caution she's being given. Or like, for that matter, the amount of like thinking she was serious about keeping you a prisoner on the boat.
Saati never once felt that way. Just for the record. She
Of
was
course.
just focused on cake.
Yeah.
Obviously, Eilun hasn't because she's a succubus and would be able to tell.
Yeah. But you definitely feel a little bit of, like, a tiny bit of hurt from Iuna about that, when that seems to be the reaction of people. But she tries to be understanding.
Yeah, don't worry about them. We just came back from dealing with some bad people the other day, and, you know, Morgana's kind of dumb. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. I understand. Lynne left too, right?
Did Lynn say she left?
No.
Then why would we think Lynn left?
I look back.
She
Lynn?
does look over the table and say, if you wouldn't mind giving us just a little bit of privacy, I would really appreciate it.
As you like. And Lynn makes her way out.
Thank you. Thought you might skirt by, huh?
Well, Lynn asked a simple question and never got an answer.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
The horse and the wagon, the statue.
Oh. Right.
It's fine. I think it's hilarious.
Okay. After you leave, Iuna closes the door.
There's a little bit of resistance when they open the door because my ear was on it, and I jump away very quickly. Trying to look casual, but hopefully it was Lynne that pushed the door open.
Oh, yeah.
Lynn pats Morgana on the head. Goes up to the deck.
Oh, this went so well.
No, it didn't.
Didn't.
She waits until everyone has left the room, and then closes the door and has a seat across from you. She leans over the table a bit and she's like, I just wanted to ask your advice on something, honestly, if it's alright.
Sure, yeah.
Well, it's just, you're always so charming during your performances, and obviously I have no idea what you're like in your personal life, and I'm sure it's completely different, and I don't mean to pry, but look, I have this guest visiting, right? And I'm really, really nervous about it. I mean, she's my cousin, or she's a distant cousin, but well, it's just, you know, my family is much smaller than hers. Well, not in, like, the amount of people, but... Well, also the amount of people, but just... We're a lot less important. I mean, I'm a baroness, but... kind of in the middle of nowhere, you know? And... Certainly I don't mind having guests, but... my cousin is just so... intimidating. I was just wondering if you had any advice on how to, you know, project the kind of confidence and charm you do during your performances. It's difficult to keep up with. I don't know how familiar you are with things like this, but it's just, there's this long list of things that I have to do perfectly because of this social contract I never really agreed to, but I have to fill these conditions or I'll bring a lot of shame to, well, my station and my family.
I'm well aware of contracts and stuff, yeah.
Well...
Morgana sneezes.
Just... Well, yes. I just wondered if you had any advice on how to play the part, so to speak.
Well... it just, for me, it just kind of comes with the territory of being an idol. You know, you just kind of have to do it. I mean, being a succubus also kind of helps, but...
Yes, I imagine so. So, you're saying this sort of thing just comes naturally to some people? It's not, you know, something that you have to practice?
Well, with some people, with enough practice, they can do it as well. I mean, obviously, when I was starting out, it wasn't always, like, super confident, but eventually it just kind of, you know, built up as I started doing more performances and started getting comfortable doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, like, I'm sure you make mistakes sometimes. In the heat of things, you know? How can you make a mistake and not end up totally embarrassing yourself? Like, there's gotta be some way to recover from something like that, right?
I usually recover by laughing it off.
Oh. Well...
Maybe make a small self-deprecating joke, but other than that, that's really mostly what I do.
That seems easy enough. I mean, it certainly seems like it would take the tension out of the situation.
Yeah.
Well, very well. I'll give that a try. And I hope it's not too much of me to say, but I am very happy you agreed to come along. I mean, I know you're not there to do a job or anything, but I'll appreciate having someone I admire nearby.
Well, I'm always happy to help my fans, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. And she kind of looks back and forth. You don't have to keep up the act if you don't want to. I understand the difference between a stage persona and real life. Though I do love your stage persona.
Oh, God. I would have some massive sigh of relief.
Oh, trust me, I've met enough of my heroes to know that, well, there's a difference between the person you are on stage and the person You are. You don't have to keep up the act. This was never meant to be a show. I just wanted to meet you.
Well, you're a very lovely person, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to do this. I don't really kind of do one-on-one meets with many fans, but, you know, this one was kind of fun.
One of the benefits of my station. She gives you a small smile. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I hope you and your friends enjoy yourselves at the party, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. If you're still nervous tomorrow when I come by to, for my, disguise stuff, I could maybe perform a song for you, just in case, if you feel that'll help you, like, feel less nervous.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been a while since we've actually performed, so...
Oh, that would be absolutely delightful. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Alright, well, I believe your friends are waiting up above. I will look forward to it.
As will I.
Okay.
And Eilun bows and leaves the room.
Okay. By the time you get back up on deck, shore is in sight.
I've stuffed half of the cakes into my bag.
Gusty is just watching, far past the point of being offended. He just seems amused.
Morgana standing as close to the front of the boat as possible, like hands on hips, just basking in how it feels to have a meeting go well.
Eilun just slaps Morgana on the back of the head.
Ow! Hey! So?
Muddle will go over to, what's his name? Gusty? I keep wanting to call him Gutsy. Do you still need servers for the party tomorrow?
Yes, I suppose if your group isn't doing it, we could very much use some help.
Well, I'll still do it.
Yeah, I'll still do it too. I really need the money.
Well, no, y'all are down if y'all need some help, so yes. I'll work.
Well, thank you very much. I look forward to working with you.
Alright, see you then, Gusty. And then little bows.
He bows back and, like, half whispers to you. It's Gustin, actually.
Oh. Well, I'm Muddle.
Nice to meet you.
And then Muddle will scurry off with the others.
Alright. And, I think we'll need to call it stop for the night.
Alright.
I think that's a good spot!
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a good place to break for the night, yes.
Alright.